No, when the ball and try to shoot.
Because it was muted. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get this. It's either the laptop turns it off or I mute it. I don't check. I need to put like a sticky note. Are you muted? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to NASCAR on the go with CeeLo. We appreciate you being here. It is the Focused Health 250 from COTA, baby. So it's going to be interesting to have a good time here. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun. It's on the CW. I know we've had CW issues in the past, but you'll be cooking some lunch during pre-race. Nice. Going to make some burritos. Nice, nice. But we've got about a minute left here on this game, and then we'll get to pre-race activities here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at the Circuit of Americas. So Connor Zillisch on the pole. We had a great qualifying stream yesterday afternoon. If you joined us for that, we're going to try to do a lot more qualifying and practice for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Add that to our coverage of a total coverage here on the go at CeeLo. Need a neon sign. Turn the mute off. Exactly. But welcome in, everybody. I know the 4 is still on there. I know he's not racing anymore. He got kicked out. He did not make the practice. Parker Retzlaff. Poor Parker Retzlaff. He was pretty bummed on Twitter and Instagram that he didn't make the race. So I see you, Holly. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you being here. So let's get to it. Let's see if the raw feed is working. Let's get to it. And let's have some fun here at COTA, baby. So Connor Zillisch. Everybody thought Connor Zillisch would just dominate Cup practice, and he didn't. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I can get this raw feed working. Raw feed, are you gonna work? Are you gonna work raw feed? No? Okay, so that's gonna be like that today. All right. Let me know if you get the raw feed working there, Bronny. But let's go in the chat here. Cole, what's going on? They're showing basketball on CW, and yeah, it's almost over. Donald, what's going on? Hello, sir. Holly B, I see you. Cole, Trickle, Bronny. Let's see who else is here. Desert Fox dropping those twos. Greg, what's up? Negative Squirrel, what's going on? 97 Cobra. Guessapy, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you're doing those emojis. The emojis are changed from last. Lewis was here a little earlier before I took about a 30-minute break. And we're going to have fun here today. Another good time. Hitting that like for us, hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the green flag. 100 likes before the green flag. CJ the Great, what's going on? I know aloha. I know a lot of friends not too excited about being here on the road course, but it'd be fun here. Coming up next, pre-race will be coming up next for pre-race on our channel. So, but let's go through the lineup. Let's go through the lineup really quick so you guys can know who is where during this race. Why is it doing that? Everything's all jacked up again. All right, so let's go through it. Connor Zillisch, P1. Ross Chastain, P2. William B, P3, and that's 17. Justin Allgaier in fourth place. Carson Quaffle in fifth. Corey Heim in sixth. Taylor Gray, seventh. Sam Mayer, eighth. Riley Herbst, ninth. Christian Eckes, 10th. Jesse Love, 11th. Austin Hill, 12th. Brandon Jones, 13th. Sheldon Creed, 14th. Daniel Dye, 15th. Sammy Smith, 16th. Anthony Alfredo, 17th. 18th. Blaine Perkins, 19th. Dirty Nick Sanchez in that 48 Chevrolet. Austin Green, there in 20th place. Josh Williams in 21st. Matty D. Someone was saying, I don't even know who the 99 is. There it is. It is Matty D. He is in 22nd. William Swallowich in that 18. Toyota 23rd. Carson Hosava, who's looking pretty good in Cup practice and qualifying today, in 24th. Preston Partis in 25th. Josh Balicki 26th. 27th. Alex Lebe. Sage Karam in 28th. Jeb Burton in 29th. Dean Thompson 30th. Harrison Burton 31st. 32nd. Brendan Poole. 33rd. Chris Wright. Brakes. Chris Wright. Brakes. 34th. Ryan Ellis. Jeremy Commence 35th. Ryan Sieg 36th. And that guy in 37th. And 38th. Kyle Sieg in 36th. And Ryan Sieg, Bronny's boy, in 38th. So there is the lineup for you guys, and we're just waiting for the Xfinity to get going here. We appreciate you hanging out with us on the Go with CeeLo, and hopefully we'll have some fun here today, and hopefully the raw feed will work too. And we're also going to do some cams as well, because the cams will be on at 1:30 p.m. or 1:30 Central. So how you been, Troy? Pretty good, my man. Pretty good, sir. What's up, T-Van? What's up? I know I got the purple ugly hat on. Marcos, what's going on? Dario, hello. 97 Cobras here doing the stats as always. Kenneth Fox here, but driving. All right, glad you listened in, Kenneth Fox. And hello, all the One Ninja watchers out there. Please hit that like for us. Hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the green flag. And we're going to be bringing you some fun here on the Go with CeeLo today. Road course style, with Connor Zillisch on the pole, the 18-year-old phenom. We'll see what he can do tomorrow in that 87 car, but he didn't do too well in practice and qualifying. We'll see what he does coming up here. But today, he looked pretty good yesterday. on the track and boasted a great pole set. No one can catch him, so that's cool. You have cams. We have the we'll do the a battle cam, and then we only have Carson Hocevar and Corey Heim as our cameras today. So hello from Thailand. Awesome, Troy. Thank you for being here. But we are ready. Let me see if I can get my sub count up. We're trying to get to 31,000 subscribers. That's our goal. We got some this afternoon, which was awesome, but it's just still waiting for this to come on through on the on channel here. It's just waiting for the CW basketball to be over with. There it is. Josh Williams for you. All right. Okay. I love that paint job. That paint job is the best. But we're at 30,184. We're trying to get to 30,200. Anything is good enough. I understand that. I understand. So we won't leave it on the whole entire time. We're still testing it. I haven't gotten any issues with it yet, so we should be okay. But Joe, you never know. You never know. We don't want to ruin anything. So we'll probably do it for restarts, and we'll see what the cam is, even if it is. It's not an aerial cam, it's a battle cam. So I'm not sure if it's just in one of the turns or what. Who can do the zigzag Texas boogie faster than anyone else in this race? Stay tuned. That's right. But it'll be on the CW, and what we'll probably do is we'll probably do a lot of MRN or PRN today and go from there. But hope you guys are ready to have some fun. PRN was actually kind of a lot better than they were last week. I know that was their first, Atlanta was their first set for the year. But let me see if the raw feed works now. Nope, not yet. What is up with that? It is not working. Ronnie, let me know when the raw feed works, if you can hear me. I know you're cooking. But we got about 4 seconds left in this Virginia Tech Syracuse game, and then we'll get it on. But trying to get to 100 likes at 52. Help us get to 100. There's 200 of us here. Smash that like for us. As hopefully we'll get to see some pre-race ceremonies. I don't know. We'll see. And you know what? Let's do this now. Let's do this now. For you friends that we also have emojis in the chat as well, so make sure you check out that. But if you are wanting to watch the cams on the CW on your own phone or your own device, you're gonna go to the CW app. See the CW app? Here's the CW app, okay? The CW app. This one right here, it says live and upcoming. There is Carson Hocevar's mug and Corey Heim's mug. And then also the Circuit of America's battle cam is right there as well. So you have the three cameras. You have Corey Heim, Carson Hocevar, and the battle cam. You can watch this on your own phone. You can watch this on your own laptop, your own device, and it's free. It's free as charged. Nothing costs to you. So if you guys want to watch those in a bigger screen, you can. So that's how you'll be able to watch those. It's free. You won't be able to watch the broadcast on CW, but you'll be able to watch the cams on CW. So it's just like the NASCAR.com. You were able to watch them on your own. You can do that again. What's up, Chase? Hope we have a good race today. Yes, sir. I can't get CW in Australia. All right, well, Greg, then you're hanging out with me here. View live in Argentina. Dario, thank you for being here. 4 seconds left in this basketball game. I tell you, basketball games in the last 10, 30 seconds goes for like 40 minutes. But hopefully we'll get to see some of the pre-race ceremonies. It starts at 1:30. We're getting close to the pre-race ceremonies. Hello, Susan. Good to see you. When will the race be going on? It'll be very soon. We'll have a pre-race here for you guys. But hit that like, hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe, y'all. I tried that last week, but it's not supported here in New Zealand. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, for our friends that are in the United States, you have it available to you. If not, you have me to help you out and hang out with us. Mr. C, Go Forwards, Link and Kim, good to see you. I have the NASCAR app on while I'm watching CeeLo. Awesome, Greg. Gatsby says, or New Zealand. Yep. But hit that like, hit that subscribe, y'all, as you're coming in. We're trying to get up there. 30,200. 16 away from 30,200. And we'll move on from there. Maybe we'll get to 30,500 this weekend. We'll see. Is the CW app going to stream the race? I'm not having any luck. No, so the CW app does not stream the race. It shows you the day later. It shows you the free cams, though, so it's something better than nothing. CeeLo, your Preds are not doing it hot their game today. I bet. Early game, kind of out of their routine. No thanks. They spent all their spent on against Winnipeg. I'm glad I got to see them win at least. Does that 100-mile long north-south highway in the middle of Australia still have no speed limit? I don't, Nashville 2, New York 5. Ugh, yuck. Juice not having a good time tonight. Thanks very much for coming in, y'all. We're just waiting here for this game to be over. Let's see. Well, I guess we can at least do PRN, huh? PRN's not available for this? Are you kidding me? All right, hold on a second. I'm going to refresh here. I am going to refresh. I go back out. Refresh. Hit this NASCAR. Leaderboard. I don't think PRN's is going to be available for this race. Are you kidding me? This website is horrible, y'all. Better than basketball, CW. This is ridiculous. They don't even have PRN today. What's up with that? That's crazy. Okay. Anybody else have PRN option on their thing? If not, I'll have to bring up the other one. That's not good. Cole, I think there's still a road or two in the middle of Australia like that. Been everywhere in Australia except there, so you probably know is much more than me. Okay, so NASCAR.com always like throwing you for a loop. No PRN for this race. They're not doing it for the Xfinity. I guess I'll have to do. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Let me get my Sirius going. Mm-hmm. And still, are you kidding me? They're in overtime? Oh, come on. All right, hold on. Yeah, go over here and get this instead. Unbelievable. Come on, NASCAR. You're killing me. At least the oh, they're gonna have the aerial cam. It's aerial cam, y'all. It's the aerial cam. going on here today?
We're back. Race ceremony. First race on 5 a year ago.
Kyle Larson, the winner here at COTA. Shane Van Gisbergen then reeled off 3 straight. Portland, Sonoma, Chicago. Connor Zillisch at Watkins Glen. Sam Mayer at the Roval.
And, of course, only 2 of those drivers in the field here today, Mark, and that would be Connor Zillisch on the pole and Sam Mayer as well. And, this race here, it's talked about more laps. The track has gone from 3.4 miles down to 2.4. They've added a very exciting cutover section, which has been great. But our stages here today, we're going to go 20, 40, and 65 laps. More times in front of the fans, more times around this circuit.
More times to make mistakes. More times to have a problem if you're driving one of these cars.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Well, it is a beautiful day right here in Texas Hill Country in Austin, Texas, as we are NASCAR racing. Earlier today, we saw exciting qualifying with 2311 Racing taking the front row for the NASCAR Cup Series, Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix. Tyler Reddick on the pole, Bubba Wallace on the outside of the front row. But today, it's about the Focused Health 250, and let's go trackside as we get opening ceremonies underway here at COTA.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Civil Air Patrol's Apollo Composite Color Guard, commanded by Captain Alexander Hertzler, presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome 2023 Professional Fighters League Light Heavyweight Champion, Impa Kansanganai.
Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather here on this beautiful Saturday in Texas. Let us remember to bring honor to your name in all that we do, and know that we are unconditionally loved by you, Jesus, no matter our past or present situations. Lord, we thank you for our military and our first responders as they protect our great nation and put their lives on the line to keep us safe. God, please protect the drivers and their teams while they do what they love. Let them race hard, fast, and fearlessly. God bless NASCAR, the incredible community, and God bless the United States of America. In Jesus' name, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning singer-songwriter and UT student, Brooke Michelle.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, no bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And that puts the wraps on our pre-race show. Coming up next, the NASCAR Xfinity Series Focused Health 250 from Circuit of the Americas. Hear that?
All right, so let's do our picks and dark horses. We're gonna have to knock them all out of here at once. Let's do our picks really quick. Picks. Who you got? Picks. Let me see who you have. Picks. Let me see who you got. I'm going Connor Zillisch. Austin Hill for KFB. Austin Hill for KFB. What's up, Darlene? Good to see you. Who you guys got? Who do you got? Herps for Damon. Gregor's got the 88. Zillisch, $145 on Zillisch left. Good luck. John's got the 88. Ross Shane's got Lori. Lori's got Ross Chastain. Larson for Richard. Zillisch for Squirrel. 88 for the win for Billy Voles. Corey Heim for Donald. Oh, like that one. The 1, the 9, or the 7 for Susan. Sam Mayer for Bronny. John Williams for Lewis. CJ's got Ross. That's 17, 1, and the 7. Okay, sorry, 17. Oh, I got you, Gregor. 17, the 1, or the 7. 88, SVG. Lori, see, Darlene's got Allgaier. Roger's got the 88. Richard's got all the Chevrolets. Tracy's got the number 99. Got my retirement on Zillisch. Zillisch, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Dark Horse 7 for Billy Voles. We'll do Dark Horse. I'm the only one that sees Mayer. I'll see you, Sam Mayer. That's right. There you go, Sam Mayer. Gregor says Connor, Byron, Harps, and Dirty Nick Sanchez for the long shot. There you go, Gregor. All right, so there you go. We got our picks in. The number 3 Good Wrench. We'll be honoring Dale Sr. on lap 3 here. Hopefully we won't have any cautions. But hit that like, hit that subscribe, y'all. Damon's got the 35. Everybody going Corey Heim. That's interesting. Dirty Nick Sanchez is my retirement package, Greg Czar. We'll see. We'll see. It's Heim time. That's right. Get those clocks out.
To Circuit of the Americas for the Focused Health 250. We've said a prayer. We've sung the national anthem. The next thing to happen is drivers will fire their engines. And Mark, that is going to happen here shortly. But as we look at where we are here today at Circuit of the Americas, you talked about it earlier. The start of the season, whoever devised the schedule, I actually really applaud them. We have 2 speedway races with Daytona and Atlanta. Thrilling finishes in both. Now we come to a highly challenging, highly technical road course with an extra twist for race number 3.
The bottom line, it doesn't get any easier. They just change the name and the place, and it's still hard racing.
It is hard racing. One of the twists and turns that they have added to the twists and turns of this circuit is a bypass. It used to be 3.4 miles. That's the full course at Circuit of the Americas.
I think Taylor Gray is a sleeper pick.
Down to
Good
2
one.
miles. Our Xfinity Series pole-winning driver, Connor Zillisch, yesterday, after winning the pole, was describing the new section and how he thinks it will race.
It was really, not too crazy. It really just added that one 6A, 6B section and kind of changed the way you
Tyler
drive
Gray's your
the
dark
end of the
horse.
S's. So overall, not too crazy. 6B has got a really big bump in it. I feel like it's going to race
like,
really
hit that
well.
subscribe.
6A,
Trying to get to
I think
100
there's
likes,
gonna be
y'all.
Good passing zones with guys
dark
setting
horse.
up to the right. I think you're going to be able to pass there. And I'm just curious to see really how it races. And I'm glad I get to do the Xfinity race tomorrow to see that.
Should be exciting for sure. And, of course, that was yesterday after he won the pole for the race here today. And it's going to be very challenging at this race in the Focused Tail 250, Mark.
He talked about 6B. I want to talk about 6A and the barrier down there. Somebody is going to get into that thing, whether somebody forces them in there or they make a mistake. I think that's going to be a very interesting part of this
2 more to go.
Alex Hayden, who's joining us this weekend from the Motor Racing Network, was describing it.
I
He went
love
down
how
there
no
for
one
a
took
track
Byron.
walk. There is
Interesting.
a
Yeah, you're right, Dave.
400-pound barrier on the inside of the left-hander of turn 6A. And here's the problem. If you brush your door up against it and it pushes you out wide, it's going to push you out wide to a concrete barrier. So there is not going to be a safe
no, he's
zone
not,
there,
Brian.
especially if you're running 2x2 through that section.
Not the first time we've seen a car get nicked on the inside and get bumped into the outside wall.
That is a great point, Mark. Well, we are about to get things underway. Let's go trackside for the command of fire engines here in Austin, Texas.
Race fans, here to give the command, a close friend of Focus Health, Matt Ferret.
Friday nights, you bring your A game. Flirty walks, you bring your A game. Bring your A game when taking care of your sexual wellness and include Apertude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of HIV.
Your engines!
That was weird. Watermelon for the win, T-Man.
Now, the starting lineup presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza.
3 drivers failed to qualify for today's Focused Health 250. They were Brad Perez, Parker Retzloff, and Thomas Annunziata. Starting 38th, Ryan Sieg in the SciAps Ford. Starting 37th, Baltazar Leguizamon in the KSW Construction Corp Speed Agro Chevrolet. The RSS Racing Ford of Kyle Sieg will start 36th. 35th, Jeremy Clements in the Henderson Jet Services
Unbackable
Chevrolet.
odds.
34th will be Ryan Ellis, the Classic Collision
There you go,
Chevrolet.
Greg.
33rd, Chris Wright, the First National Bank Corp Chevrolet. The Midas Chevrolet of Brennan Poole will start 32nd. 31st will be Harrison Burton, the Dex Imaging Ford.
Then taking the green flag 30th in the Thompson Pipe Group Toyota, it's Dean Thompson. 29th, Jeb Burton, the State Water Heater Chevrolet. The Eternal Fan Toyota for Sage Karam is 28th. 27th, Alex LeBay, the Black Diamond Garage Chevrolet. The Insurance King Chevrolet of Josh Balicki is 26th. 25th, Preston Pardis, the Chinchor Electric Chevrolet. The Trophy Tractor Chevrolet of Carson Hocevar goes off 24th. 23rd, William Sawalich in the Starkey Toyota. The Rima Chevrolet
Typical
of
starting
Beck
place for this
Benedetto
fool.
is 22nd on the grid. And 21st, Josh Williams, the Alloy Employer Services Chevrolet.
Rolling off 20th will be Austin Green, the Volpe Chevrolet. The Borchetta Bourbon Chevrolet of Nick Sanchez will start 19th. Blaine Perkins starts 18th in the Werner Chevrolet. The Austin Gambler Chevrolet of Anthony Alfredo starts 17th. 16th will be Sammy Smith, the Pilot Chevrolet. The Heiss LED Lighting System Chevrolet of Daniel Dye will start 15th. Rolling off 14th, Sheldon Creed, the Road Ranger Ford. 13th will be Brandon Jones in the Menards Bali Toyota. The Global Industrial Chevrolet of Austin Hill starts 12th. Starting 11th, Jesse Love in the Wheelan Chevrolet.
Now the top 10 on the outside of row number 5 in the Celsius Chevrolet. It's Christian Eckes to his inside. Starting 9th, Riley Herbst in the Monster Energy Toyota. Moving
I
up
gave
to
him
row
10,
4,
maybe
going
11
off
laps
8,
before
Sam
he
Mayer
causes
in the Audubon
chaos. I bet,
Ford.
Tom.
Then it's the Operation 300 Toyota for Taylor Gray. 6th, Corey Heim, the Upper Deck Toyota. 5th on the grid, Carson Quaffle, the Bass Pro Shops Clarience Tech Chevrolet. Then it's the Brandt Rev 1 Energy Chevy for Justin Allgaier. 4th. 3rd, William Byron, the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. And now the front row on the outside in the Acceptance Insurance Chevrolet, it's Ross Chastain. And on the pole for the second time here at COTA, he won the Truck Series pole a year ago. Now, for the first time on the Xfinity Series, here at the Circuit of the Americas, Connor Zillisch, again in that WeatherTech Chevrolet, his speed 88.832 miles per hour.
And that's your starting lineup for today's Focused Health 250.
And the starting lineup presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza. At Hunt Brothers Pizza, we love racing, and we love pizza. Visit huntbrotherspizza.com to find your
You know where you can see the race
pizza.
in Argentina? Do not.
From fueling NASCAR champion.
All right, let's do it now. Your dark horses. Dark horses. Dark horses. I'm going Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst is my dark horse. Riley Herbst as the dark horse. Who do you have? Who do you have as your dark horse? Who do you have? Still, I picked the 7 car to win. All right, Big Wade. Riley and the Dirty Nick. Greg says Taylor Gray in that 54. Negative Squirrels says, man, you beat me to it. Taylor Gray, the name is Slinky. All right. Wow, that's a big pick there, Matt. Well, there's another one, Paul. Williams, Hocevar, Taylor Gray. John's got the 19. Justin Allgaier for Gregor. Hocevar. Richard Carr's got the 88. Darlene's got the Hocevar. Who else you got here? What else you got? Roger's got the 9. Ross Chastain in that Junior Motorsports 9. Rick Thompson boys are back in town. That's right, Rick. I got Junior Motorsports 88, 8, and the 7 and the 71. Patrick, awesome. I got, may not be ever a factor, but I want to do this for fun. Pancake fast pasta for Bronny. Oh, look at Bronny. Fast pasta. Patrick's got what's up, CeeLo. What's up, Patrick? Good to see you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, y'all. Trying to get to 200 likes before the green flag. 200 likes before the green flag. Harrison Burton. There you go, Lincoln Kim. I like that one. Go, Mr. C, Mr. Fords. Go Fords. Long shots are over 50 to 1 on my eyes. Zillisch for the 88. Rick. Will he be for Randy? When you're trying to watch the race on the CW and the basketball game goes overtime, if I were president, I would make it the law where the consecutive live sporting events could not air right after each other. I understand that. Wade says the 88 Dark Horse. 449 to stream. Hit that like for us. Hit that subscribe.
Visit statewaterheaters.com
to
find
guys.
a professional installer near you. As Mark and I take the field across the front straightaway, they will climb up a tall hill here at Circuit of the Americas and head into the view of Rob Albright.
And that tall hill, Brad, is 13 stories that these drivers must traverse from the start-finish line to the entrance to turn number 1. In 5 seconds' time, they'll decelerate from about 150 miles an hour to about 50. At the same time, in these Xfinity Series cars, they're downshifting from 4th to 3rd to 2nd and 1st. They're also utilizing their brake and throttle very judiciously, not wanting to lock up the brakes, because if you do, you get wheel hop, and you are going to be in big trouble. A lot goes on in that race car. Now, it's compounded by the fact, as they come to the top of the hill and turn left 120 degrees into turn number 1.
Speaking of dark horses, can afford win tomorrow. We'll see.
It incorporate the entire front straightaway, but it also incorporates the exit of pit road, which adds an extra 20 feet of width going into the corner. They moved the restart zone back about half a mile, it seems like, back to the beginning of the straightaway, to hopefully not make them 5 wide. There may be only going to be 4 wide coming into turn number 1, so it will be exciting. They'll then turn
Speaking
left
of dark horse, can afford to win tomorrow. We'll see.
To an offhand, or an off-camber, I should say, right-hand turn, 60 degrees. That's turn number 2. I'll take them into and through the middle of the turn, and then hand it off to the pride of Atlanta, Georgia, the Fireball.
Hey, that's right. And look, as you exit turn 2 wide, these cars quickly have to squirrel back to their right because they got to make a left, right,
You ain't
left,
cheating. You ain't trying. That's right, Brandon.
And then right again through turns 3, 4, 5, and 6. The S's
NASCAR
has called penalties for drivers who've gotten all 4 tires outside of the red and white rumble strips of these S's several times these last 2 days. It's a tricky section. They run through 3rd gear with an eggshell under the throttle. Once they get through turn 6, they go down to 2nd gear, then to 1st for the most talked about turn so far of the weekend, the new turn 6A, the cut through on the shorter course. They'll get down to 1st gear, try to avoid that pack or barrier right at the apex of that turn, and then exit wide right next to a wall that looks like a street course.
Your local CW is not in HD.
All right, thank you, Doug. Happy race day, everybody. They'll make a left-hand turn exiting 6B, which is that short chute we just talked about, and that gets you back on to the straightaway that we're all pretty familiar with, albeit about a third of what it normally is here. They'll race down the straightaway into turn 12.
And we'll lose this aerial cam for sure.
Uphill to a right-hand turn number 13. Then they'll keep the car over to the right, touch those front right tires with the rumble strips in what we call turn 14, and they'll hustle on down to 15, where it's a hard left-hand corner. This is a very strategic part of the racetrack. You can lose a lot of speed. You just need to be smooth and consistent through here, which they'll try to do all afternoon. As soon as they get out of 15 and get up here to the Echo Park Bridge, I'll turn
Changing the dark horse to the 20. All right, negative squirrel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Turns 16, 17, and 18 here at the circuit are all one big continuous right-hand turn. However, you have to be patient with the throttle through here. With turn 16, it does have a double apex in it, which means the driver has to put a little more steering wheel into the car a couple of different times. It'll straighten out only momentarily for the less than a heartbeat before
rules
turn
are
number
made
17.
to be bent.
Also,
battle cam. This is the battle cam.
Turn. A quick flick of the steering wheel there. That'll set you up for what we call the kink, or turn number 18. Once you hit turn 18, you hit a short straightaway. It goes downhill, and you get set for a 90-degree flat left-hand turn number 19. Hard braking there, downshifting. Driver's right will provide plenty of runoff if anybody cooks the brakes and slides wide. Once off turn number 19, another short straightaway before you hit the final corner here in this 2.4-mile layout. Turn number 20 here at Circuit of the Americas.
That like trying to get to 200 likes.
Once you make the turn as a driver,
help us out.
Don't give up. You got to keep turning the race car. That will lead you onto the front straightaway and back to the view of the guys ready to call the start of the race, Mark Garrow and Brad Gilley.
When they swing wide out of turn number 20, they will go from the asphalt to the rumple strips to the dirt, and then they'll head off to the start-finish line. The race distance today, 156 miles, 65 laps total. Stage 1 ends at lap 20, Stage 2 at lap 40. The third and final stage will be 25 laps. The NASCAR starter, Kyle Hicks, the man behind the wheel of the GR Supra pace car, is Jason Brownlow.
Well, let's go down to pit road and survey our pit reporters and find out who they think might wind up in victory lane here today at Circuit of the Americas. At the entrance to pit road
real
is
quick,
Wendy
what is your cautions? Really quick, cautions right here. Cautions. Who do you have? Let me quick cautions. I'm going to go 4. 4 cautions. 4 cautions. I'm going 4. What you got? 8 for Ryan. 5 for Mark. Cautions here, 6. 5 for Corey. 4 for John. 3 for Donald. 7 for Cole. 5 for Danny. 5 yellows, Eric Church. What's up, man? KFB's got the 6. Gregor's got 9. Billy Oles 5. Lori's got 5. James got 6. Darlene's got 6. Michael's got 9. 6 for Susan. 6 for Richard. 6 for Paul. 6 for Dobson. 9 for Greg. 7 for Negative Squirrel. 7 for Gregor. The 9 is in this too. Also 8 for Bronny. 3 for Lou. 6 for Wade. 6 for Snick. Lap 1, I'm guessing too. All right. And there we go. All right. Thanks, guys. We got our picks, the dark horses, and the cautions in. Awesome.
To the rear, as right now they are lined up behind the Toyota GR Supra pace car. Jesse Love goes from the 11th starting spot. He'll go to the back. Also, Chris
I don't
Wright,
know how synced
Harrison
this will
Burton,
be.
Kyle Sieg, Austin Green, Baltazar Leguizamon, Ryan Sieg, Preston Pardis, Ryan Ellis, and Josh Balicki. That's all a mouthful right there. That's a third of the field going to the back, Mark.
I was just going to say, I'm not quick math. It's got to be 25 to 33% right there.
First part of the race. First 20 laps, 6 more.
Love, again, top 10 finisher a year ago. He'll be coming from the back. And Harrison Burton, as we talked about earlier, the only Xfinity Series driver to start the year with 2 top 10s at Daytona and Atlanta.
When they take the green flag, we're going to be kicking off eBay
that like,
stage
hit that
number 1.
subscribe,
As Mark
y'all.
had mentioned, it's a 20-lap stage in stage 1. We do expect to see pit strategy come into play before the end of that stage. eBay, swapping out your tires, there's nothing like it. With eBay,
CeeLo
you
late,
find the
Algeier
feel
for the
you're
win.
looking
Danny
for.
got
From
you, man.
smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
This is the 5th Xfinity Series race at Circuit of the Americas.
The race is on the
winner in
CW.
2021. A.J. Allmendinger back-to-back in 22 and 23. A year ago, it was Kyle Larson. What do they have in common? None of them are in the race today.
All right, let's go down to pit road real quick as we're about to get ready to go racing here at COTA. Brett McMillan.
Brad, you talked about the guys going to the rear. Austin Hill's team thought he was going to the rear. After practice and qualifying yesterday, they found water in the radiator pan. They thought that they're going to have to pull the radiator. They came back this morning and looked, couldn't find it, couldn't find the leak. They decided to go ahead and go with what they've got and hope that it wasn't that it was just something else.
Yeah, so it's a way behind, y'all.
Thank you very much
Way
for that
behind.
good intel, Brett McMillan. Let's go up to the 220-foot tower. Joining us from the Motor Racing Network, we are thrilled to have Alex Hayden on the broadcast. What are they looking like, Alex?
Stacked up 2 by 2. Connor Zillisch, your pole winner. He'll start the driver's left on his choice. Then on the outside of him to his right, he's got Ross Chastain. Row number 2, the red, white, and blue Chevrolet. William Byron is there. And then Justin Allgaier as the field goes to turn 20, looking for the start.
This is a left-hand corner before they hit
I
the
can't believe
straightaway.
they don't have it
Junior
on there.
Motorsports teammates on the front row. Green flag is out on the jump on the inside. That is driver's left. Connor Zillisch right next to Ross Chastain.
The old maxim is you can't lose or you can't win it on the first lap, but you can lose it. And now 5 wide. They come into turn number 1. Zillisch slight advantage over a side-by-side battle for second. To the inside, it is the car of William Byron. To his right, Ross Chastain as they bent their way through turn 2.
Coming up to speed through turn 2 and 3. Connor Zillisch squeaks away with the lead as they drive under the pedestrian bridge and whoa those speeds down. Kyle Larson's got around Ross Chastain into the second spot. The top 5 or 6 are single file. There's Sam Mayers trying to look under the 24 machine at Corey High. Now the first time into turn 6A. How do they get through right now without incident, Pat Patterson?
Zillisch makes his way off
Damien,
of 6B.
you can go to the CW and watch it, man.
Go
to the CW and watch
Byron
it.
being dog
CW app, y'all.
Ross Chastain. Chastain will try to duck under him into turn 12. He gets a fender out in front, and he'll make the pass on William Byron. let that car work its way out in turn 13.
Oh, you're telling someone else.
Here's
Gotcha.
Zillisch, nice and smooth. Again, about a 4 to 5 car separation in first and second. Everybody behind this front car is lined up nose to tail as they race off of turn number 14, up here to the Echo Park
they
Bridge.
don't have it.
They make their way into turn 16 for the first time at speed. Race leader Connor Zillisch has opened up 6 car lengths on Ross Chastain. William Byron will follow suit, ride those tire tracks. Further back, the battle for the number 5 spot is on. Hard charge down to the inside of the racetrack as drivers kick dust in the air. Carson Kvapil is under attack as they work their way into turn number 20.
Corey Heim trying to get underneath Kvapil. Meanwhile, Connor Zillisch will lead lap number 1. And here's Justin Allgaier now. He'll challenge Kyle Larson as they head to turn number 1.
Already a 10-car length advantage for race leader Zillisch. He's now being pursued by Ross Chastain, who rides 5 car lengths up on William Byron. Byron now sees in his mirror, big time, Justin Allgaier as they go downhill, crest that hill, and head to turn number 2.
Off camber they go as the top 4, 5, 6 cars are single file. They are Connor Zillisch in the S's right now, starting to pull away. There's a battle shaping up here that we've been talking about between Carson Kvapil and the 16 machine of Christian Eckes in the back of the top 10. There in the S's as Connor Zillisch is in 6A.
Watching Zillisch make his way over to the backstretch, a good distance back to second. Then you got William Byron. Justin Allgaier makes his way, and then Corey Heim. Also in this mix is Sam Mayer, who's moved up nicely now into that position. Here's the leader, making his way up here to turn number 13. Zillisch
the cam might not be working today, y'all.
Behind him, Ross
It's
Chastain,
lagging.
William Byron, Justin Allgaier.
I'm not
Corey
getting a good
Heim,
signal.
Sam Mayer. Then you've got the number 1 car of Carson Kvapil as they work into turn number 15. Here comes the leader to the Echo Park Bridge.
And that leader continues to be Connor Zillisch. Smooth sailing here in what has been a stress-free start to this Xfinity Series race. His lead last time was 10 car lengths. This time through turn number 18, Connor Zillisch has grown that advantage. It's up to 15, maybe 16 car lengths over Ross Chastain, who is second. William Byron continues to pedal hard in third.
That advantage more than 1 second in just 2 laps for Connor Zillisch over Ross Chastain. They hit the front straightaway. It's about 10 car lengths difference. Behind Ross Chastain, you've got William Byron and Justin Allgaier as they race up the hill.
Chastain relinquished the second position at the exit of turn number 1 on lap 1. Byron now settles back about 4 car lengths behind Chastain. Chastain now is no longer losing ground to Zillisch. I think he's narrowed in, Doug, as they enter turn 2.
It certainly looks that way there as the leaders are all spaced out about the top 5 or so. Carson Kvapil coming through turns 2 and 3 right now has gone 2 wide with the 41 machine of Sam Mayer as they fight through the S's now. Ahead of the
commercial anyways.
Zillisch, Ross Chastain, and William Byron are your top 3.
Keeping our eye on that battle between Kvapil and Mayer. Mayer works his way to the inside there through the short chute, headed to the backstretch. Meanwhile, the leader all the way down here in turn 12. 8-9 car lengths back to second place running Ross Chastain. Then another 8 or 9 back to William Byron. The only side-by-side battle on the racetrack, just happened with Kvapil. Here's the leader again in turn number 14. Down to 15 he goes. And once again, Kvapil battling back there with Sam Mayer. That is a good battle. Then you've got the 16 car. Of course, that is the car of Christian Eckes doing a nice job out here this afternoon trying to pick up a position.
Christian Eckes trying to get by the Austin Hill car. So the Atlanta winner struggling just a bit here in the opening laps. Hill able to get by and maintain as Christian Eckes slips just a bit. Eckes will yield 3 car lengths to Austin Hill. They'll chase each other down the hill. Back to turn number 19, and Austin Hill able to secure that position.
Connor Zillisch again remains the leader in tow. Ross Chastain, Ryan Ellis has been spun in the back of the pack, but no yellow flag as the leaders climb the hill to turn number 1 again.
In 4 previous Xfinity Series races here at COTA, not a single Xfinity Series regular has won. Trying to reverse that trend is Zillisch as he continues to lead Ross Chastain, this time by 5 car lengths.
They come down the hill through turn number 2, then set up for the S's. Turn 3 to the left. Right-hand turn for the leader Zillisch at 4, then to the left.
You rode around on your bicycle?
Up and down the hill through turn 6, downshifting to set up turn 6A as the top 10, 12, 15 cars are
That's
single
lagging
file
really
and starting to
bad.
spread out.
Oh, we forgot to do it. Lap 3. Let's do it, y'all. Three's in the chat on lap 3. Lap 3, we honor Dale Sr. right here, y'all.
Well, those cars working their
Let me
way
see those
now
threes in the chat as we honor Dale Sr.
And the double zero, Sheldon Creed, also very racy. Taylor Gray is back there.
Got trouble over here in turn 6A. We got a car nosed head first into the barrier. It looks like Carson Quapple. Yes, it is, in fact.
Carson
As you see
Quapple.
the miss the turn, I'm not sure if there was contact, but he's nosed and stopped in the tire barrier at turn 6A, Calamity Corner this weekend.
And that is Carson Hocevar driving the number 14. His window net goes down. That's going to bring out the caution flag. NASCAR just put out the caution flag. Hocevar has nowhere to go right now,
On
Mark,
lap
where
3
he's stuck
again.
in those tire barriers. And that is one of the sections of racetrack that we talked about, that if you get sideways, if you get into something, you're probably going to be stuck in something, and we'll see yellow.
So Hocevar, one of the double dippers in Austin, Texas this weekend, is out early in the Focused Health 250.
WeatherGuard says thank you
All
to
right,
today's
so
safety
there
and
it is. PRN. Normally it's available on NASCAR.com, but they do not have it available today. That's kind of weird. It was available for practice. Why isn't it available for this race? That's a little weird. But thank you guys for being here so much, for hanging out with us. Please hit that like for us, hit that subscribe. The cam is very choppy. It's kind of even annoying to watch. I don't know what's going on with it. It was so smooth last week. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Why did NASCAR change the layout? They wanted more cars in front of more fans, because back there wasn't much stands. So this way the car is in front of the fans more. There's more action in front of the fans. So that's why they did it. But Phil Cosby dropping that 3. Appreciate you guys. Quaffle is in there with also Hocevar getting messed up too as well.
To the Americas for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and we are under caution. Aerial coverage today brought to you by the Lucas Oil helicopter. An unfortunate situation for the 14 of Carson Hocevar. Jumped in that ride for Garrett Smithley, went into the wall, window net down. He's out and done for the day.
Might have had a little help. Might have had a little help from Jeb Burton in the 27. I would tell you that Carson opened up his entry on that. Yep. Jeb probably doesn't want to make contact right there.
I got that choppy cam too. Okay, so it's not just me.
Unfortunately,
okay,
it put Carson Hocevar
so
hard
it's
into the
CW.
barrier.
And I don't think that's
okay.
the last time we see
I thought it was me.
Go on board here. To your point, he's kind of trying to set up for the corner. Jeb was looking inside, and it's not a hard bump, but it's just that shows you how little grip is down there. It's older asphalt in that section, so there's less grip when you get on that. And it's just something I think we're going to continually see today.
And
Carson's like, I'm done with this.
You're vulnerable in that section of the racetrack. You see there was a little bump before they get there. You're already on the edge. It just doesn't take much on entry.
I don't know how he's done for the day.
Hey,
I mean,
Adam,
unless there's a lot of damage there. Probably
to
is.
the dog.
Yeah.
It looked like it right there.
Yeah, and Carson felt the wrath. We hate it because we had our trophy tractor.
Not that much
on
damage.
Camera. That's a Dallas company, so we hate to see that car going to the garage.
All right, we're under caution for the first time.
Circuit of the Americas in the Focused Health 250. We talked about the potential for issues down there in 6B where that barrier is, as Carson Hocevar was going into the corner. Just as he was about to turn to the left, he got bumped from behind by Jeb Burton. That straightened his car.
Let me know when the cam gets better, because that's not worth showing.
Talked about
that's
earlier
dumb.
that if you bump
That's
off
annoying.
the inside barrier, you might wind up in
Someone
the
let
outside
me know
one,
if it stops
and
being
that's
choppy.
exactly what happened with Carson Hocevar. But again, he had help from Jeb Burton.
The good thing for Carson Hocevar is he hit
So
a
let's
tire
say 10
barrier,
cautions,
and for
yeah.
SS Greenlight Racing, the damage seems somewhat minimal, at least on the outside. The bad thing for Carson Hocevar is he hit a tire barrier, and that car got buried nose deep into it. He had no choice but to put the window net down and get out of that car. Now, Mark, we're in an interesting spot here. We have 4 laps completed. They're coming across the start-finish line to complete lap number 5. Stage 1 ends at lap 20. Stage 2 ends at lap 40. We are getting into a zone now, Mark, where some teams could pull some strategy and pit right now and make it to the end of stage number 2. How big of a risk is that? Well, that's a huge
What's
question
up, Dallas?
because
Oh,
you are
Braves,
going
Blue
to
Jays,
wear
huh?
out these Goodyear tires here over what, when we restart, will be about the next 13 or 14 laps to the end of this stage.
Don't worry.
But you know,
Kyle Busch
if
gonna
you're
get
a
him
crew
tomorrow.
chief and you want to jump some track position a little bit later, right now might be the great opportunity to do that.
So at this point, Connor Zillisch has led every lap. Ross Chastain briefly lost the number 2 spot to William Byron, but retook it. Byron currently running 3rd. Justin Allgaier is 4th. Corey Heim has worked his way up to 5th, and Sam Mayer at number 6.
Blue Jays
Carson
1-1.
Kvapil 7th. 8th is Austin
Home run.
Hill. 9th is Christian Eckes, and 10th is Sheldon Creed.
Running 11th right now, Taylor Gray. Nick Sanchez is 12th. 13th is Sammy Smith. Riley Herbst is 14th. Anthony Alfredo 15th. Brandon Jones 16th. 17th is Daniel Dye. Josh Williams 18th. 19th, Blaine Perkins. William Sawalich runs 20th.
Alex LeBay is 21st, and after starting in the back of the pack, Jesse Love is all the way up to 22nd. Austin Green 23rd. Jeb Burton 24th. Brennan Poole is 25th. Then 26th, Josh Balicki. Matt DiBenedetto is 27th. 28th is Dean Thompson. Ryan Sieg 29th. Chris Wright in 30th.
31st is
That's
Kyle
right. Need to hit that
Ryan
like button
Ellis
for
is
us.
32nd. Preston
Trying to get to
Portis
200
is
likes.
33rd. Sage Karam is 34th. Baltazar Luisamon is 35th. 36th. Harrison Burton. Jeremy Clements is 37th. And out of the race, he will finish 38th, is Carson Hocevar. That Leaderboard brought to you by eBay. Swapping out your tires, there's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking
Bring that
for.
number 7
From
car.
smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain, get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Want to remind you the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix coming up tomorrow on PRN at 2:30 Eastern Time. 2311 Racing teammates Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, they put their Toyotas on the front row. The rest of our top 5 starters, Chase Elliott, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, and the rest of the top 10 tomorrow when they drop the green flag. Shane Van Gisbergen, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and Todd Gilliland.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the performance.
All right, we're going back to green here.
Hi, stream.
And happier. Front row, just like the start of the race. Connor Zillisch, white 88.
Hit that
Inside
like,
of
hit
the
that
white and
subscribe,
green,
yo. Let's
number
go.
9, Ross Chastain.
It almost looked like Ross got a little bit of a run on the exit. Zillisch waited till that line to accelerate. Ross got a little bit of a run on him, but he's not in the preferred position right here. The 88 is going to have a little short line.
Those cameras are horrible.
Pretty fair. Pretty fair on exit as Ross is able to hang on and actually get the lead. This is going to be really... Oh! The 88 outside. Back to the outside. That was such a powerful move.
Corey
Zillisch.
Heim not afraid of the veterans, and there's contact. 24 of Heim into the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
That is so dangerous when you head into those S's like that and you get the back
Ross
contact
Chastain.
like that. You can just fire through the center or get way out of whack as you go through those corners. So great job by Corey Heim to get that gathered up as we're still too wide throughout the field.
And look who's just behind this group. A couple of guys that know how to get it done on the road. Didn't qualify great. 21 Austin Hill, 00 Sheldon Creed as Chastain takes a look for the lead.
He wants another shot at him here. He's looking down into turn 12. Now they head to 13 and 14, and this is where he just needs to stay close to Zillisch. Zillisch in the first portion of this race got away a little bit. If Ross can just put some pressure on him, it makes him use those tires, use his brakes too much, and that can really come to his advantage.
So Zillisch has run a little bit of a defensive line right there as well as you look, which is going to hurt his lap time, but he has to do that the first couple of laps because when you open that entry up, it gives Ross a hole to fill. I think that Zillisch caught Ross a little bit off guard on the exit at 2. I think that Ross thought he had the momentum, was going to be fine there, but Zillisch did not want to lose control of this race.
But it is a really tough place to go side by side when you get to turn 2. You've got a little bit of debris on the front there.
How concerning is that?
Well, if I were Ross, I'd be like, listen, if you let me go, you can get in behind me.
You can pull up behind me, it'll fly off, and I'll be the leader, and you'll be...
Mine's not even working.
Sanchez in the 48. The 1 is Kvapil 00.
My battle cam's lagging.
We talked about the moves that Creed was making. Kvapil.
Yes, I know it is. It's always going to be.
Coming off of turn 20 and back down the front straight. They were from 8th on back when they got together.
there was a lot of side-by-side action to that whole lap, and it's tough as you go side-by-side as he's got a rub and maybe a left rear going down there for Sheldon Creed. We'll have to get some shots of what happened back there, but you had so many cars side-by-side, 2 and 3 wide, trying to take advantage of the restart, take advantage of the track, and get more track position, and a lot of times it gets into some contact. This is the 17 and the 24, all 3 wide out of 2, and now they try to get 2 on the X's. Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, and that's one of those cases when the spotter, he's probably choked up at that point trying to explain everything that's going on. This is the contact coming off of turn 20.
There's a lot going on.
I didn't really see what caused that.
Well, you had Sheldon Creed was on the inside Austin Hill. He started to lose it. Maybe they got together in the center, and then he started to jam everyone up. I couldn't quite see where Carson Quapple got involved in that. Sanchez sort of ran into Sheldon Creed as he was sitting there, so there's just a lot of cars in one spot.
But those drivers go from being inside the top 10 to now back around 33rd, 34th, 35th, and a lot of ground to make up. Let's go down to Kim.
Yeah, Carson Hocevar checked and released from the care center. We saw you had a little help in that incident with Jeb Burton. Assess the incident, what happened and his involvement.
I don't really know what happened. I didn't have a radio the whole first part of it. So, part of it was probably on me just turning in. But more than anything, thanks Trophy Tractor, SS Greenlight, everybody for letting me come drive. The most
Rugby league
I was getting
games
the whole
today
weekend was Saturday, being able to practice qualify before I qualify my cup car. So, big thanks to them, being able to qualify 4th for tomorrow. Unfortunate end, but I guess the only bright side is I'll be, I got 4 more laps of experience, but I'll be fresh and ready to go for tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm fortunate for those guys to get the finish, but, the ultimate goal for them was to make the race. If we get to go again, hopefully we'll just, be a little bit better for next time.
We were a little surprised to see the window net drop. It didn't look like a race-ending hit. What was the team telling you? What feedback were you getting from the car to decide that you were done?
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't get to recycle and refire. So I didn't know if it knocked the radiator out. And, if it did, I didn't know if, I was leaking fluid or anything, right? I didn't know how hard it really was. And it kind of wedged myself under. So I couldn't hear anything. And, they're, on a tight budget and everything. So if I was leaking or there was an issue, I wouldn't have known or anything. And plus, too, I wouldn't have been able to communicate that.
He's throwing his team under the bus.
A push or a way to refire this because I didn't know if they could hear me. So, once we were in the tire barrier, I felt like it was done.
Oh my gosh!
I
Carson, be quiet.
Could have kept going, but I wanted to be on the side of caution for sure for them, and ultimately hope they, didn't tear up a motor for the next time they have to run it.
Carson Hocevar will shift his focus to the Cup Series race tomorrow.
Well, that was a really long answer for why he got out.
It's longer than the amount of laps he did.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
He talked about the radio issues for the 14 team. Now let's hear 2017 radio.
He threw that team under the bus.
He's not going to chop my nose every time I go through there. The lap before, he about put me in the outside retaining wall, Herm. I get under him there, and he just acts like I'm not there.
Yeah, it's all good. He's out of it. He's done.
That's not what I thought Jeb was going to say, because I feel like most of the time guys come on the radio and they're like, tell him I didn't mean to, as an accident, I wheel hopped.
Like for what?
Jeb obviously was a little bit displeased. And unfortunately
for this? Hey, Joey, appreciate you.
What's happened over the past 2 years of his career, whether it's in trucks
I don't do anything.
Or even last week in Atlanta,
I don't do anything.
A lot of controversy with how aggressive he was. You just lose the benefit of the doubt in those situations.
I will.
But I did like the fact that Carson didn't get out and whine about it. He's like, look, I got it into me. My day's over. We're going to move on to tomorrow.
Probably my fault.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go to another driver that's doing double duty this weekend. The race leader, Connor Zillisch, just ran the fastest lap of the race. Debris on the grill, not a major concern right now. The pole sitters let them all in Austin.
He said I don't do anything. I'll do this, and we'll go back to
this afternoon. Meanwhile, back up front, here's the leader, Connor Zillisch, making that corner in 15.
Said I don't do anything.
He is keeping it
It's
smooth
fixed.
at the front of the field.
Screw Carson. After what he did in Cup Series in Atlanta, he deserves to get wrecked.
It continues to be a tight one as we
How
watch
is it
him
telling
come underneath
like
the
it
bridge.
is
That's where
embarrassing?
Austin Hill is. giving pursuit to Austin Hill is Riley Herbst right there. Those drivers trying to put some distance between themselves.
He does. He doesn't care,
Sammy
Brendan.
Smith, who's been able to get
What's
away
up, Christopher?
from
Good to see you.
And the machine of Taylor Gray. They make their way up off turn number 19, head back to turn number 20. Smooth sailing right now.
Halfway through stage number 1 right
give
now.
you 1
10
through
laps
8.
complete. Doug Turnbull talked about Jesse Love. He has moved up 15 spots since the start of the race. Ryan Sieg has moved up 16 spots. And if you look at the lead pack right now, Austin Green is a part of it. But Heather DeBow, he's actually not a part of it just because he's there.
Yeah, he must have got caught up in an incident earlier on, but he also had a puncture in one of the tires, so he had to come down. They changed the right side tires and fixed damage on the right side of Austin Green's machine. But yeah, he told us in pre-race he had to go to the back because they had an issue, so unfortunately that cost him here in the race today.
Leader is off of 6B now onto the back stretch. Once again, looking at the field, very much spread out. Connor Zillisch doing a nice job up front. Then you've got, of course, Ross Chastain back there. Continuing to watch that battle with Taylor Gray involved in that, with Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith doing everything he can right now to try to move up a few more spots as the number 19 car is right there with Riley Herbst. Smith is trying to get to Riley Herbst as the leader is getting through turn number 14 underneath the bridge. Again, it's a long way back for Sammy Smith to get Riley Herbst, but those cars beginning to work now off of turn number 15.
Austin Hill is the driver right now that will take a peek in the mirror
Zillisch
and
is
see
gone,
Riley
y'all.
Herbst beginning to close in a little more. Now 3 car lengths the advantage for Austin Hill. This is in the back half of the top 10. Austin Hill, obviously a super speedway powerhouse, getting the job done here so far in the first stage on the road course.
Hill again, the runner-up here in 22 and a year ago in 2024, currently riding in 7th. Meanwhile, with 11 laps complete, 9 to go in stage number 1 of the Focused Health 250.
He's
Connor
embarrassing.
Zillisch is the leader. Ross Chastain second. Third is William Byron.
All right.
And rounding out the top 5, Corey Heim, Justin Allgaier. We're back for more in just a moment.
Look, yo.
Appreciate everybody being here. And thanks so much for hanging out. We are watching here the aerial cam on the CW app. If you want to watch that, you can watch it for free on your own device. You can watch it on your own device. It is on the CW app. You can watch the battle cam yourself. You also can watch, the only car left we have is Corey Heim on the in-car camera. So there's that. Let's take a look at Corey Heim really quick. Let's see what he looks like. Let's do Corey Heim. Let's crank it up. Slinky, what's up, man? Thank you so much. What's up, Georgia fan?
make their way, I believe, to Alex Hayden.
Yeah, they are. This is from 11th on back. Christian Eckes has it. That's because Taylor Gray and Sammy Smith got together courtesy of the front bumper of Eckes. Eckes basically got a buy one, get one free this lap, and now he's got to run away and hide.
And here they come into turn number 20, the final corner of the circuit before they hit the front straightaway. And this is now becoming a bit of a four-car battle as Anthony Alfredo might join this fight, Rob.
Right ahead of them, Riley Herbst just took a spot away from Austin Hill. That's the 8th position. Eckes now will lead this snarling pack off of turn number 1. A little bit of right rear tire smoke emanating from his machine. And that's because he's fighting hard to stay in front of Taylor Gray.
A bunch of young drivers here trying to duel hard as they come through the S's right now. Christian Eckes in the infancy of his Xfinity Series career along with Taylor Gray. These two scrapped at Martinsville last year. They come through turn 6 now. They're pulling away from Sammy Smith. Eckes hard to the inside. Gray right in his tire tracks.
The best battle up in front of those guys is Justin Allgaier with Sam Mayer.
This is the
They're
battle
just
cam.
getting into turn 12, so we'll back up and go back where Eckes is right now. Taylor Gray blew this corner down here in 12 the last time. That's how Eckes made that move, but Eckes has a half a car length.
O'Reilly.
2 car length lead over Taylor Gray. Another 4 car lengths back to the 8 of Sammy Smith.
200 likes finally. Thank you guys. Let's go 300, y'all.
That one as well. Justin Allgaier,
If you want to, because I don't do anything.
There, Alex, from Sam
I don't do
Mayer.
anything.
Sam Mayer has begun to close in. The Austin Green car, that purple and white entry, not there on the lead lap. He there, track position-wise, is just enough to pester those two as they make their way back over to turn number 20.
Right now, Connor Zillisch is leading the way by a big way. He actually has a 2.9-second lead over Ross Chastain, William Byron, Corey Heim, and Justin Allgaier running in 5th as they crest the hill.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th now have tightened up. Connor Zillisch is in a different time zone. Now Byron is close to within a car length and a half of Chastain. Behind them, Allgaier is having some heavy assault from behind in the person of Sam Mayer.
Yeah, I'd say the leader Zillisch is still back in Mooresville in Eastern time as second place Ross Chastain is a couple of turns behind him. Coming on through turns 3, 4, and 5 as you see Corey Heim trying to chase down William Byron at 3rd, Ross Chastain at 2nd.
I'm on Sirius.
I'm going to bring Allgaier.
Sirius XM.
We've got Sam Mayer all over him. Mayer dives to the inside of turn 16.
Or you can watch it on the
bring along the lap machine, the 32.
Really great move from Sam Mayer. Was able to duck inside that.
Or you can watch it on, listen to it on the PRN website.
Now Allgaier becomes the pursuer, going after Mayer. Meanwhile, up front, it tightens up just a little bit for that second spot. William Byron now drawing ever so closer to second place running Ross Chastain. Byron will go a little bit wide down here in turn 15, but Alex, right now, looks like Byron trying to make some moves here and get up there and wrestle with Ross Chastain.
William Byron's car seems to be hanging on the longer the green flag run goes. Ross Chastain, the back end of his car, twitches just a bit when he applies the throttle. Goodyear tires not gripping the track. The car is loose. They make their way up off turn number 19. Chastain by 3 car lengths over William Byron. Both drivers use the runoff lane and set up for turn 20.
Also on the NASCAR app, if you pay $5 a month, you get the scanners and the PRN's available on the NASCAR app for some reason.
Love has come from the back of the pack. He's riding in 13th, trying to get by Alfredo so he can set his sights on Sammy Smith.
Well, watch those guys as they climb the hill now from 4th gear all the way to 1st. Now you set up 90-degree bend to the left and then another 30 degrees to complete turn number 1. And it is still running in that 5th position is Sam Mayer being pursued by his teammate.
I'll see you, Mayer.
Justin Allgaier right there behind Sam Mayer. You see those cars coming through the S's right now. We'll pick that up. 5th spot, Sam Mayer. 6th place is Justin Allgaier. You have the lap machine of Austin Green behind them. The battle that was really shaping up with Jesse Lovett is just now entering the S's. I'll pick that up right now. You have Christian Eckes at turn 6.
Will he be trying to catch Corey, Ross Chastain?
Eckes leads him into 6A with still Taylor Gray behind.
Yeah, Taylor Gray doing a nice job here. Only about a car length and a half behind Christian Eckes in that number 16 car. Move a little further ahead up the field. Once again, Allgaier trying to regain that position from Sam Mayer. Not able to do anything with him right now as they work their way through turns 13 and 14. Meanwhile, Riley Herbst also not far behind these guys, and Austin Hill in the middle of that mix as well. Alex?
Good hard racing all the way around here at Circuit of the Americas. Tough to pick just one battle. Justin Allgaier slips just a bit. up off of turn number 16. He'll give up a couple of car lengths. Meanwhile, in turn 20, guys, second place is now under attack. Ross Chastain has William Byron on his bumper.
William Byron wants to make a big move here. You can see him now. He's about a car length and a half off the rear deck lid of Ross Chastain.
Taylor Gray making a move on Eckes.
4 laps to go
those
here
two
in stage
battling.
number 1.
Kind of nearing the end of a tire cycle. That means that Ross Chastain's are not hanging on as well as our William Byron's. Maybe Byron has been easier on him in the first 2/3 of stage number 1. Just 2 car lengths of separation. Pit road to Wendy.
Riley Herbst almost missed his pit stall. It was at the very last second. He hard turned to the left to a stop. It's going to be 4 tires and fuel for Riley Herbst, who's been very quiet on the radio. The only thing they've talked to him about was about turn 6, where NASCAR has given him some warnings, but he has not had any limitations yet for Riley Herbst. Currently running 8th when he came down pit road.
Battle for second place right now is on here in turn number 12. Once again, it is Ross Chastain being pursued by William Byron. Byron in that number 17 blue and white car doing a great job through turn number 13 now. 14, only about a half a car length separates. Let's go back down to the pit road in Wendy.
Carson Kvapil just came down pit road. Now, he started 5th, but got into it early on and went for a ride around with the 00 of Sheldon Creed when they went 3 wide. He said his car was not too bad here. He was just trying to figure out exactly what they have. They didn't have any damage, though, but he decided to come down pit road, lap 16 for 4 tires and fuel for Carson Kvapil.
Battle for second is on. Off turn number 19, Ross Chastain goes wide, nearly spins the race car, leaves drivers left wide open. William Byron will capitalize. Byron to second, Chastain falls to third.
And now they are running second and third. The 4th place car of Corey Heim closing in as well. We have 3 laps to go
Phoenix
in stage
next week.
number 1.
Heim being announced as a new driver at 2311 Racing, and he's proving why they would be interested in him in the Sam Hunt Racing machine. He now is closed within a car length and a half of Ross Chastain. He has smoothly but swiftly made his way up to challenge.
And here they come down the hill through turn 2 and 3. The second place car, William Byron. The third place car is Ross Chastain. As they sort that out, let's go to pit road. Heather DeBow.
And Nick Sanchez complaining about that car. He said that the toe is knocked out and the
he wasn't
wheel
that
is
good
all
anyway.
the way to the right and shattering the tires. So he's coming down pit road right now to get some service from his team.
All these guys pit
Taylor
too.
Gray, who started 7th in today's race, came down pit road, 4 tires, fuel. His crew chief Jason Radcliffe told me right before this race they were going to try and go for some stage points and then straight on track position strategy at the end. Brett McMillan.
Jesse loves to finish up a 4-tire change. You got a track bar adjustment. We're trying to loosen up that car a little bit. Right behind him, Brandon Jones comes in. Also gets a 4-tire change. They both headed back out.
All right, thank you very much. Right now, Connor Zillisch continuing to lead here at Circuit of the Americas. This will be the last chance if he wants to dive onto pit road. Alex Hayden, he's in front of you.
He is, as he makes his way into turn number 19. We'll see if he elects to stand on the brakes now and pull the car to the pit lane. He's on the short straightaway. He indeed will. Connor Zillisch on the brakes. He'll downshift, make his way onto the pit lane.
Caution is out on the speedway. It looks like Baltazar Louisiaman is actually stalled on the racetrack. And for Connor Zillisch, I think he marked past the commitment line. So that means he's in a good place. He could actually come down and pit that car. If the caution came out before he crossed the commitment line, he will not be able to pit without penalty. Let's go down to pit road right now as Connor Zillisch crew is working on that number 88 Junior Motorsports car. Heather DeBow?
Yeah, not a lot of words on the radio about as far as his handling for that 88 machine. He seems to be happy, but the team going to work with 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel.
So Connor Zillisch is down in a way. He gives up the lead, it looks like, to William Byron. We'll take a break and come right back to Circuit of the Americas.
All right. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We're under caution here. Under caution. And I'm going to try to get a better PRN.
They obviously have a lot of speed in their pocket, so they can drive back to the field, as you mentioned. It sounds like they missed it by 9/10 of a second, apparently, to get there in time. And it really was going to be a massive advantage over Chastain and Heim and Mayer, who didn't pit. and they were going to have
They're off the racetrack.
Be far behind.
Whether you're in there for NASCAR, live music, incredible
you see that top left of your screen, the green light is on right here. And just so you know, he can abort to the right. It's fair game as long as you don't have 4 tires below the orange box that's kind of in the red paint on the right-hand side of that yellow line. You can go to the right. There's no penalty. He had enough of a lead that he would have continued to be the leader. I personally would have thought
trying to get the 300 likes, y'all.
That's a tough angle. I'll tell you, just where that is and where he's in the race car when you turn in there and knowing where you sit in the race car, I would be surprised if he could have caught that at the second that it changed, because once you get that close, you really can't see that light.
Here's the deal, though. Pit road always closes with 2 to go in the stage. Now you get this caution here, and there you see the orange box that you guys are talking about. And once you put 4 tires to the left of that orange box, you were committed to pit road. And as Jamie's talking about, and it's a little hard to see.
So where's Connor Zillisch at? Where's he going to be?
There is a lot of room to the right, as you said, to abort. And we talked to NASCAR about that yesterday. They confirmed for us, as long as you don't put 4 tires to the left of that box, you can go back out, no penalty there. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with strategy now. Does this end the stage? It likely will. And with that, how do you manage the rest of your day? William Byron, the new race leader in Austin.
Willie B, the new leader, y'all. And
head to visitlasvegas.com for more. Strategy turned upside
see if
down
this is any better
Circuit of the Americas.
For PRN. This is off the PRN website.
Send it to our local stations. Connor Zillisch car did pit. They were under caution. Did it look like he hit the commitment line in time?
It looked like he was on pit road when the light flashed yellow. Barely. It looks like he made it.
Wow, we will come back with that story and much, much more as we have 2 laps to go.
Now it's much more fun racing Zillisch overtake everyone to the lead again. Yeah.
As we send it back to our local stations from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, this is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, so there's that. You guys are doing well. We're under a caution and a commercial on the camera as well, so I hope you guys are having a good day today. Coming up after this, we're gonna join the Tennessee-Alabama game in progress. See the rest of that game, and then we'll call it a day. And then tomorrow, thank you, Coach Mike. It's been all about Mikes today subscribing. We had Coach Mike. The name is Slinky. We had Michael Brady. We had Mike subscribe. We had Mike 7591 subscribe. We had a bunch of Mikes today. Raymond, thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody tell Raymond thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Raymond. The cam was under commercial. We have to turn the commercials off. So there is that. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to go back to PRN now.
It's hard to believe in this day and age in the United States of America.
Nothing on yet. So we're just waiting on PRN to come back. Good time, Seal. Thank you, Roger. So on the NASCAR website, but see, this is weird. On the NASCAR app, PRN is available. On the NASCAR website, PRN is not available. What is up? What's going on with this stuff? What's going on with this website, y'all? So weird.
That children are hungry.
So we're under caution and the end of stage 1. Is it we're now in stage 2? Now we got 1 lap to go in stage 1. So it looks like Willie B's going to win stage 1 in that 17. Remember, Larson was in the 17 last year and he won this race. So Willie B now in this race, and that's 17. Ross Chastain, 2. Corey Heim, 3. 4. Sam Mayer, 5. Justin Allgaier. Austin Hill, 6th. Christian Eckes, 7th. Sammy Smith, 8th. Anthony Alfredo, 9th. Lebe, 10th. And Connor Zillisch, P11. So let's see how long it takes him to get back to the top.
It's short. We have to get...
Not yet. I won't be in the chat tomorrow. I'm driving to Orlando. Awesome, Georgia fan. Are you going to Disney or something? That'll be fun. That will be fun for sure.
Give back to those in need.
Every child has a chance, no matter what obstacle.
to 2.4 miles. Doug Turnbull's
Ronnie
done a great
Rod,
job of calling
MVP.
6A. We thought
Ronnie,
we were gonna
thank you
see a
so
lot
much,
more
Ronnie
carnage there.
Rod.
And I'm not saying we won't, Mark, but with the exception of Carson Hocevar overcooking that corner or being overcooked to that corner with some help, he's the only one that's had real
Trying to
incident
get
in
to
that section.
300 likes.
So far, so good
300
over there.
likes.
William Byron again out front here as we remain under yellow in the Focused Health 250. One of 16 races that Hendrick Motorsports is going to run in this number 17 on the Xfinity Series this year. Byron here at COTA will run one more race. Kyle Larson gets 2 races, 1 apiece for Chase
Blaine
Elliott,
Perkins
Albert Bowman, 10
in that
for being
31
left for
car.
Corey Day.
Under caution behind the Toyota GR Super Pace car. Stage 1 will end here at Circuit of the Americas. William Byron, your Stage 1 winner, followed by Ross Chastain, Corey Heim, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, your top 5. 6 will be Austin Hill, Christian Eckes, Sammy Smith is 8th, Anthony Alfredo is 9th, and Alex LeBay is 10th. Stage 1 was brought to you by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you'll find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car.
All right, so we're just waiting for the restart here. Stage 1 complete. Now stage 2, 65 laps total for this race. Stage 2 is going to be 20 laps as well. So it'll be stage 2 will be 20 laps. So I hope you guys are having a good time. Best looking track because it's not a NASCAR track. So much for that perfect 60-point day for Connor. Yep, got a pit. Came out wrong. But we'll see how quick Zillisch takes to get back to first. How long do you think it'll take him to get back to first place for Connor Zillisch? What do you think?
Driver. And we dedicate a lot of
How
our
long
time
do you
to
think
going
it'll
as fast.
be?
Visit ALZ.
What happened to Zillisch? He pitted, Rowdy Burns. I loved you in Days of Thunder, by the way. Auburn, Kentucky still out. 10 laps for Mike, 5 for Taj, 7 for Roger. My first pick is the 7. My dark horse is the 88. Tim Fowler, what's up, man? 1.5 laps for Paul. He pitted. Yes, he did pit. Fingers crossed he doesn't get back to the one spot, Greg says. We'll see.
.org.
Wicked fun, fall-tastic weekend.
Not yet. PRN not on yet, but anybody on the NASCAR website have PRN working for them? Just curious. Yeah. Carson Hocevar is out and he threw his team under the bus after he left. He said he didn't know anything was going on. He couldn't hear nobody. He said that team was had a low budget. That's what he said.
This September, as we host
Carson Hocevar, man. Savage.
Cleveland is launching a search for one incredible local artist or band to headline the 2025 NASCAR Weekend Pre-Race Concert.
All right. What's the PM? I'm on the app after my second phone. What's PRN? That's the radio network that it's on NASCAR's app on the phone, on the cell phone, but not on the website. It's not available. So, mouthy, he says. Danny says he's mouthy.
Pit Road at COTA. Let's go to Heather DeBow.
And right in front of me is William Byron. They originally were going to short pit, but at the last minute they made a decision to stay out when pit road closed. But he's just been complaining about losing lateral grip. That's his biggest issue. So they did 4 tires and
Okay, thanks, Greg.
Ross Chastain is in, pretty happy with his car, said it was better than it was yesterday. He's getting a 4-tire change. Right behind him, 4-tire change. Also for Justin Allgaier, he's happy with the way his car is handling. And Austin Hill said that he felt like he was starting front tires off to give an air pressure adjustment, chassis adjustment, sending it back out for Chastain, an 18.2 second stop.
So William Byron will lead them off pit road, followed by Austin Hill, Ross Chastain, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer. Again, a number of cars have already pitted, but that's how the first 5 that just made their stops come off the pit lane. We'll go back to the green flag when we return right after this.
All right, so stage 2, Willie B Ross Chastain. And Ross Chastain, Connor Zillisch now second. Justin Allgaier third. Christian Eckes fourth. Taylor Gray fifth as Willie B pitted. So there's that. But I hope you guys are having a good day. The PM and the CW in the top right doesn't do anything. The PRN and the CW in the top right doesn't do anything. No. Okay. Oh, so if you click on the PRN? Oh, yeah. Oh, it takes you to the website. Okay. I see. Takes you to the website. But over on the other side, where it says officials right here, it says officials. I don't know if you can see my, right here. Can you see my cursor up here in the top? If you click on this, it just has the officials. It doesn't give you like options. It used to give you options like PRN right here. It used to give you options, but it doesn't anymore. It just has officials. So that's weird. Connor will get the lead back for sure. He's in P2 now. Yeah, oh, refresh. Okay, hold on. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, now I can get rid of this. Thanks for letting me know.
The answer is going to be William Byron. Austin Hill sweeping the stages at Daytona and Atlanta. Byron finally breaks through today. So, again, remember, if that's the question for $1 million, you got the answer.
So, Mark, William Byron, however, did come out of the pits with the windshield wiper on that car sticking straight up in the air. It actually, when they pulled the tear off, it got wedged up there, and it's not down on the windshield. It's a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas, but you still have to run a windshield wiper here on the road course.
It still looks now like a scope, like in the gun. So now he has something to aim. You know, if he wants to dead aim on the back bumper of somebody's car, he's got his windshield wiper to make sure he gets it.
Dennis, what's up?
Heather DeBow, what's going on with that?
Yeah, Brad, I was listening to the team when they told him, hey, man, I'm sorry, I forgot to get the wiper down for you. And they said, well, maybe it'll just fall as you kind of get going. And another guy said, I don't know, the spring on that is pretty heavy. So we may or may not see that wiper stand straight up this entire run until he comes back to pit again.
I think that'll be a little bit of an aero disadvantage. Connor Zillisch serving a penalty. They came down pit road to top off that car. So let's give you a full field rundown. Leading the race right now from Joe Gibbs Racing, the Toyota GR Supra of Taylor Gray. Jesse Love running in second. He started at the back. Third is Brandon Jones. Fourth, Riley Herbst. Ryan Sieg is fifth. Carson Quapple, sixth. Harrison Burton, seventh. Eighth, Connor Zillisch, but he's going to the back. So Dean Thompson will be in eighth.
Connor Zillisch is going to the back.
10th will be Jeb Burton.
And then in the 11th spot, it'll be William Sawalich, 12th, Ryan Ellis, 13th, William Byron, Austin Hill, 14th, 15th, Ross Chastain, 16th, Justin Allgaier, 17th, Sam Mayer, 18th, Sammy Smith, 19th, Corey Heim, Christian Eckes in 20th.
21st will be Daniel Dye, 22nd, Josh Williams, 23rd, Kyle Sieg, 24th, Matt DiBenedetto, Sage Karam is in 25th, Chris Wright, 26th, 27th, Blaine Perkins, Alex LeBay, 28th, 29th, Brennan Poole, and 30th is Anthony Alfredo.
Then 31st, it'll be Josh Balicki, 32nd, Jeremy Clements, Nick Sanchez, 35th rather. 33rd. Let me get that straight. 34th is Austin Green. 35th is going to be Preston Pardis. Baltazar Laguzamon is going to be scored out of this race. So put the Connor Zillisch machine now in the 36th position. 37th will be Baltazar Laguzamon, and then Carson Hocevar, first guy out, he'll get credit for 38th.
Yeah, when Connor Zillisch went on pit road, it kind of messed up the scoring, so Mark and I were trying to self-edit. That leaderboard update brought to you by State Water Heaters. When you need a water heater,
this
make
is
sure
going to be interesting watching Zillisch come from the back
and find a professional installer near you. Coming back to green, but Heather DeBow has a quick update.
And you guys just talked about Connor Zillisch having to come from the back here. His crew chief, Marty Lindy, reminding him, now be patient, be smart here, and take care of it. Do not get greedy. We still have a lot of race left today.
All right, Brett McMillan, as we're going to go back around this circuit one more time, what's happening in your section of pit road?
Well, you know, I said Austin Hill said he thought he was burning the front tires off. He wasn't kidding. Major blistering on both of his front tires. Also, Christian Eckes has just come down pit road. He got a penalty for pitting over his line. He's got some damage on the left side, so they thought they'd go ahead and come in and fix it while they were serving a penalty.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Heather. By the way, William Byron just came by in his number 17, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Yes, the windshield wiper is still sticking straight up in the air. That's not going to be very helpful. They actually use the windshield wipers on these cars for a little bit of their aerodynamics as well. Well, I think they've just lost all of that, Mark.
Well, it'll cut through the wind a little bit easier. I don't know if that'll help at all. Again, as we work our way under the shallow, getting ready to start the second stage in the Focused Health 250. 4 leaders, 5 lead changes. And Connor Zillisch has led 16 laps so far. William Byron 3.
There's nobody
Tanner
there,
Gray,
y'all.
2. And
Nobody.
counting, Ross Chastain has led a couple of laps as well.
Yeah, so this stage is actually going to take us to lap number 40, and right now we already have 17 to go in stage number 2. It'll be 16 to go by the time they come back through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone
Butterflies,
and on their way
here,
back to the green flag. So the field is making their way around the circuit. They're going to get the choose.
There's nobody there,
Doug
Butterfly.
Turnbull coming in front of
Nobody.
you right now. Just curious what you're seeing with some of these race cars. With some of them, it looks like today is definitely a full contact sport.
For sure. I saw Nick Sanchez, who we heard earlier from Heather DeBow, had the toe knocked out on his Chevrolet, and you can see the left front bent up on it. But a lot of the front-running cars, like Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, who's come from the back, Brandon Jones, and whatnot, actually have gotten through the first stage of this race pretty cleanly. I'm sure that'll ramp up here as the intensity jacks up through these latter parts of the race.
All right, Pat Patterson, they're choosing in front of you?
Yeah, they are.
I think so, yes. They are choosing on the what would be the back stretch. And we can see here that Taylor Gray is going to go to the, I guess you would say that this is the inside for Taylor Gray, or actually the outside of row number 1. On the inside will be Jesse Love. That's going to be the front row there. The lights are off on the pace car. And the 19 and 20 car, Brandon Jones, is up here. And, of course, in the 19, Riley Herbst, ready to go. Ryan Sieg is there, along with Carson Quapple. So that's the way
Could you imagine the Rolex 24 at this track? Wow,
lights are off on the pace car. And I got to tell you, Alec, this is going to be interesting. There's a whole bunch of people up here who have not led the race yet.
You're right about that. We're going to find out right now after the pit strategy flipped the script somewhat on some of these drivers that were back around mid-pack. Now they're going to have the opportunity to bring the field back through the Echo Park Automotive start zone to get us going again as at the front of the field. But we also want to keep one keen eye at the very back of the field for Connor Zillisch. After the penalty, is going to have to maneuver his way through traffic.
Christian Eckes made a late pit stop. He is racing to catch up to the field as they're about to enter the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Again, Jason Brownlow at the controls of that Toyota GR Supra NASCAR pace car. And it'll be Taylor Gray, Jesse Love leading them now into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. We're about to get underway. 16 laps to go in stage number 2. Green flag is out. 2 by 2, they head up to turn number 1.
I watch car noses only coming directly at me up the hill, 133 feet of climb. Into the race lead on the bottom of the racetrack is Taylor Gray. Swinging wide is Jesse Love. He'll lose a spot as Taylor Gray will lead off turn 2.
A nerve-wracking first lap with some new leaders in the mix. Taylor Gray pulls him through under the pedestrian bridge here to turn number 3. He's going to scoot away, as will Jesse Love. Then it's too wide, treacherous through the S's, but Riley Herbst gets around his teammate Brandon Jones. Ryan Sieg's in the 5th spot as his car's trying to get single file to set up for turn 6A.
Taylor Gray not getting away from Jesse Love, making about 2.5 car lengths then back to Riley Herbst, another 4 car lengths back to Brandon Jones. Good battle there. Carson Quaffle trying to make a move on Ryan Sieg. He's going to try to get it done going into 12. That's a battle for the 5th spot. Quaffle will take that spot away. Sieg once again being attacked by the 00 of Sheldon Creed.
Jesse Love.
Again back there in the 6th and 7th spot. Up front though, Jesse Love wants to lead this race.
RCR.
He can't quite find the rhythm to make it around Taylor Gray, but he's going to give it a great shot, Alex.
Here they come underneath the bridge. Taylor Gray has the lead. Looking drivers left. The outside lane is Jesse Love, and he's going to do the crossover. Jesse Love now goes from driver's left to driver's right. He'll pull even. Drag racing down the hill, headed for turn number 19. Both drivers stand on the brakes, side by side off the corner. It's a high-speed game of chicken, under braking again in turn number 20.
You should not be able to go side by side through this corner, but they're going to do it. Jesse Love on the outside of Taylor Gray. Love with the advantage as he goes through the grass. Taylor Gray, though, they are nose to nose as they head up the hill.
And right on that pair's back bumper is the machine of Riley Herbst. He's closed rapidly. He'll drop to the bottom. Jesse Love will squeeze him to the inside of the racetrack.
Wow.
Love tries to take the top spot. Taylor Gray may slip back to third. Here comes Riley Herbst for second.
This is such a twisty racetrack. Here they come down the hill. Jesse Love will grab the lead coming out of turn 2. He slides in front of Taylor Gray as they come down the hill, gearing to third gear. Third place car is actually going to be Taylor Gray now as Riley Herbst has risen to second, and Herbst is going to try to outbreak Jesse Love and dive bomb into turn 6A, but Love will keep him at bay there as Carson Quapple's into that conversation.
All that braking by those top 3 drew Quapple right into the mix. Brandon Jones back there behind him. Let's see if anybody can set up Jesse Love into turn number 12. Herbst will go right to the bumper. Can't do anything there. All those cars swing wide now. Back over to the left side as they work through turn number 13. 14 now, straight ahead. Jesse Love, 2 car lengths out in front of Riley Herbst. Behind him, about 2 car lengths, is Taylor Gray. Then Carson Quapple is there. And Creed also in the mix in the top 5.
And for what it's worth, Connor Zillisch has picked up 13 positions in these opening 2 laps since the restart. Meanwhile, back up front, challenges on for the number 3 spot. Carson Quapple to driver's right. Taylor Gray tries to keep pace to the left. He cannot do it. They make their way into turn 19. Around the outside goes Carson Quapple, the short track ace, now figuring it out on the road course.
Connor Zillisch slices by Brennan Poole, move him up to 24th already. Meanwhile, Taylor Gray is trying to chase down that 3rd spot, or hold off, rather, the Carson Quapple machine as they climb the hill to turn number 1.
The future of NASCAR looking bright. 4 future superstars running in the top 4 positions here.
Let's watch
the battle
Zillisch.
Continues to rage for the 3rd position.
He's
Carson
coming
Quapple
through the
will have
field
the
like a
advantage over
rampage.
Taylor Gray. Downhill into turn number 2 as they'll now
He's in
head
27th.
Gray is fading here as he has just given up that 3rd spot to Carson Quapple. The leader, Jesse Love, has got about a 3 car length lead over 2nd place, Riley Herbst. Now, the battle for 4th, it's Taylor Gray that has it. Sheldon Creed, who spun earlier in the race and got off course, is rebounded back to the 5th spot, and Creed will be much more aggressive into turn 6A, but Gray stays ahead.
Watching a little bit further back, Harrison Burton with a nice run now, trying to catch up to Brandon Jones.
Thomas.
Behind him, that's where you find Ross Chastain. And then there's William Byron.
Happy Saturday, brother.
And
What's
Austin
up, Carl?
Hill and Justin
He had to
Allgaier.
pit,
All
and he
of
got
those
caught
cars
under the
in
caution.
Top 10 or 12. Back up front, Love with about a 3-car lead now over Riley Herbst. But Herbst's car is working very, very well through this stadium part of the race course now. Here's the leader down to turn number 15. Riley
What you're
Herbst
watching
is,
is the CW app. Dean Thompson around.
Further back, Taylor Gray under attack again after the pitch strategy got him track position. He looks in the rearview mirror and now sees the whites of the eyes of Sheldon Creed. He's now on the back bumper. They work their way off turn number 18. Taylor Gray trying to run for his life. This is the ongoing fight for the number 4 spot. Creed continues to dog the tire tracks back to turn 20.
Here come the leaders now out of the left-hander in turn number 20 as they hit the front straightaway. Jesse Love about 5 car lengths over Riley Herbst. Then it's Carson Quapple, Taylor Gray, and Sheldon Creed a little bit further back, though. We have a great battle in the back of the top 10. Ross Chastain right on the inside of William Byron. This is actually a 3-car battle,
just to make the kid work.
Taking place about a half straightaway behind the race leaders as they now make their way into turn number 1. It is Harrison Burton right in front of Ross Chastain, who's just taken a spot away from William Byron as they charge out of turn 2.
And Byron, the winner of stage 1 there. They're charging around here, coming through the sunshine, bouncing off of these machines late in this afternoon at Austin. They enter turns 4 and 5 right now. It runs Harrison Burton in that spot, followed by Ross Chastain and the windshield wiper of William Byron, and the rest of the car too, entering turn 6A.
Leaders on the backstretch. 3 cars separate first and second. 4 to 5 cars second to third, and then about the same distance back to 4th. That's where you find Taylor Gray trying to hold off Sheldon Creed.
Chastain,
talking about
baby.
that battle a little further back. It is Ross Chastain locked in it and going hard with Harrison Burton. Burton now is feeling the heat from Chastain. Behind them is William Byron. It's Austin Hill is there. Sam Mayer is there. All of those cars, half a car length separate them.
Hard not to be impressed, however, with Carson Kvapil. He's in the number 3 spot. He's given a look a couple of different times to both left and right of the Riley Herbst car. Second and third, separated by a car length and a half in turn number 19. They trail the race leader Jesse Love by 3 car lengths headed to turn 20.
Dean Thompson has spun, but again, the yellow has not come out. Jeremy Clements just got punted. Again, the yellow flag remains in the hands of our NASCAR starter. We remain under green. At this point, 12 laps to go in stage number 2. Again, your leader, Jesse Love, being chased by Riley Herbst.
All right, 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go over here. Let's crank it up with Corey Heim. Let's crank it up with Corey Heim. It wouldn't be NASCAR without sanctioning shenanigans. $10 for being consistent week after week, and also because of that, that's the 11 hat. Let's go, Hamlin. B. Thomas, thank you. $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody tell B. Thomas, thank you. Oh shit. Yep.
Friday nights, you bring your A game. Flirty walks, you bring your A game. Bring your A game when taking care of your sexual wellness and include.
There's that. We'll turn that off. Oh, I should have known what the commercial was coming. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to B. Thomas for that $10 super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do you also stream the NASCAR race? I cannot stream the NASCAR race. The cams are not available. What you're watching is not the broadcast. It is off of the CW app. If you have a CW app, hold on, we'll do it really quick here. If you have the CW app, or get online on your laptop and just go to CW Sports, right here, this is the app that you'll look at, and right here, live and upcoming is right here. See it? See it really quick? This middle spot, live and upcoming. You tap, not Hocevar, but Corey Heim. If you type in Corey Heim, my phone's dirty. You'll be able to watch the Corey, you'll watch that or the battle cam. So watching CW Muted and her here with y'all. Awesome, Kenneth. So yeah, if you watch, and then a little commercial will play, because it's not free. I mean, it's free, but you have to pay somehow. And then when that commercial get done loading, the cam will pop up on your CW. You just have to watch this commercial here for a second. So it's under commercial right now anyway. So, but there's how you watch it. If you want to get on your laptop, go to the CW.com and click on CW Sports. It's there for free as well. And you can watch all of it for free. Try to help you guys with everything. Let's see, go back here.
In this one, and Larson is certainly one of those cars.
Still in the commercial there as well. But hey, CeeLo, what's up, Kenneth Clark? Good to see you, buddy. The 51 hit that tire barrier in turn 6. So Jeremy Clements, he had an issue last on Friday as well during qualifying. Your TV might have the CW app in the App Store as well. Georgia fan, good point. So if you have a smart TV, make sure you see if you can look at the CW app. You can watch that there as well. And then just listen to us. Commercials, because full course caution. Exactly, Big J. This is Jeremy's 500 start, too, for Clements, man. He's got some good paint schemes as well. Good paint schemes. We'll go back to the battle cam here in a second. Wide caution. Jeremy Clements hits the barrier. Full course caution in stage 2. 9 laps complete of 20. 29 laps of 65 complete.
close to the racing
but
group
thank
as
you,
the
B.
drivers
Thomas, again.
exit
I
6A,
appreciate it.
and then NASCAR is trying to get it fixed, and it looks like they're actually trying to put the banner back on. They also brought out a piece of equipment to actually pack the tires, like a forklift to pack them back in place, too.
So Jeremy Clements, the second driver to make contact with that barrier. The first one was Carson Hocevar, the first car out. And again, he had a little bit of a bump from behind from Jeb Burton that sent him in there. So again, that's where they're working here at the racetrack. Jesse Love up front, we understand, will not be pitting the RCR Whelen Chevrolet. And Jesse Love on the road courses last year, he finished 6th here at COTA, had 3 top 10s in 6 races. So the fact he's out front, not too much of a surprise, not a major surprise.
Jesse Love's a talented driver on any type of course, whether it's dirt track racing, whether it's oval racing, whether it's road racing.
Is that the same
remember,
barrier
Jesse
that
Love,
Hocevar hit?
to go to the back of the pack, as you were saying, Mark, now he is the leader of
think
this
it
race.
is.
Thought we might see some pit stops to play some strategy as we have 36 to go in the entire race, 11 laps to go here in stage number 2 of the Focused Health 250.
All right, so let me turn this off so I can play this.
We feel pretty confident we'll see another car.
I would say
that section of the racetrack on one of these restarts by the end.
I'm not a betting
Trying
man.
to get to 300 likes, y'all. Help us out. 300.
No, not good odds.
Hit that for us, y'all, please.
You know, Parker brought up something a little bit ago about the heat, and it's not super hot today, but as a driver, the first hot race of the year is always the worst. And for me, it always seemed like it would fall around Charlotte in May. But, you know, it's unseasonably warm here. It was really cool here on Thursday. Really warm here today in a road course. It's just more work, Adam.
And at this place, you got to hustle, which exaggerates how you feel in the race car. It's time for the race break, brought to you by Safelite, the auto glass experts. Let's take a look at what we've seen so far. And actually, we're going to go back a year. Connor Zillisch comes onto the scene, wins the pole for his first ever truck start, and you saw what happened. He drives it right through turn 1.
Where are you going? He just hit to a different track, basically.
But he passed like
So what's going on with
ABC?
All their channels are down?
This penalty in today's race starts on the pole for
So is
Xfinity.
basketball not being shown on ESPN either?
And pit road is closed because making that scheduled stop came in anyway. That sent him to the back of the field for this restart as we jumped into action in stage 2.
When we come back,
but he's worked his way up to 16th.
And I'll remind you of this. From Circuit
he
of the
won
Americas.
from the pole at Watkins Glen in his Xfinity debut. But he also had a penalty there.
Where's Zillisch at? He's got to get back to the lead.
He knows adversity
Zillisch
and overcoming it, especially at this style of racing.
And as much fun as it is as a driver to look back and know that you dominated a race and you led every lap, it's way more fun to do what he's doing right now, to go to the back. If he can get back to the front without any issues, I just, as I was watching him dice through cars.
They said someone said ABC was down.
Of going to the go-kart track with your buddies when you get a fast go-kart and they didn't, and you just driving right through all of them.
Kept it clean, too. Just the Goodyear rubbed off on the left side, but overall pretty clean as we see the 16.
So 3 cautions.
Christian Eckes. Now, that car is not clean whatsoever. That happened really early on. Now he's got more on there.
And that right front times on a million different occasions. Jimmy Johnson's.
Let's take a look at Christian Eckes' Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Perez Tree.
He's living right. Look at that. I mean, working out. He's eating the right foods. I like everything about what I've seen with this guy.
I'm big on the pasta and chicken because that gives you those carbs, that energy to balance inside the race car. Get a little protein, that's a good thing. And then the Celsius, of course, you need that caffeine.
ESPN's working, ABC's not.
He's very disciplined at age 24.
He is.
Both in his exercise routine.
If Ryan Sieg wins, I'll hit for a couple $1,000.
You talk about his
I bet on him on a long shot. If he wins, there will be a nice super chat coming your way.
Saw Christian.
B. Thomas, thank you, sir.
He was going through all the notes pre-practice of all the things that he felt like changed as he walked the track and that sort of stuff. You mentioned work ethic. He has an amazing
So
work.
Zillisch from the back of the pack up to the 16th position. Green flag is back out here at Circuit of the Americas, and we've got 9 laps to go now here in stage number 2.
Riley Herbst gets the jump on Jesse Love and will try to take the lead into turn 1. He's all the way at the bottom. He's getting a shove from Carson Quapple. Off that second corner, we've got a spin. Sam Mayer dodging, ducking. Somehow everybody gets around him. The race continues into turn 3.
And it stays green here as the cars come too wide through the S's here. Riley Herbst shoots into the lead, brings Jesse Love with him there as one car gets off course. The 54 of Taylor Gray. The Carson Quapple machine looks under Love for second as Sammy Smith, running outside the top 10, has a big left front tire rub.
Herbst pulls away here off 6B. The battle there for second place. Jesse Love under attack by Carson Quapple. Sheldon Creed is there. Then you find Ross Chastain, Taylor Gray, Ryan Sieg challenging for a position there in this top 10 as well. Here's the leader, Riley Herbst, taking that car out to driver's left. Now pulls it back to the right in turn number 13. 14 now he'll make his move and once again heads down to turn number 15. We watch Connor Zillisch try to work his way into the top 10. He's in a pack of cars back there, about 8 to 10 cars back of the lead.
As they make their way underneath the bridge into turn number 16. The battle is on for the number 2 spot. It is the camouflage black and Hunter safety orange Chevrolet. That is Carson Quapple. All over the back bumper of the second place car, Jesse Love. Off turn 19, here's Quapple. He'll take a peek to the inside, nothing there as Jesse Love puts the block on.
Jesse Love started to peek to the inside as part of that block as well, but Riley Herbst too far ahead. Now that battle for second. Carson Quapple is driven into the inside of Jesse Love. Perfect place to be for a left-hander.
Game of chicken as Jesse Love door bangs. Carson Quapple coming down the front straightaway. Quapple not intimidated. He'll take second, but Love now will try a crossover move, and he'll get it done. Great fight for that second position continues, and we've got a couple of cars, including the pole sitter, Connor Zillisch, who are in trouble off of turn 1.
I'll watch for them as we come through the S's here. Riley Herbst almost spins his car out through the S's, but gathers it back up. He's your leader. Second place, Jesse Love. Third place is Carson Quapple. Now looking further back here, I'm seeing Sammy Smith still with a tire up, and I'm trying to pick up Connor Zillisch there, and Sammy Smith is now pulled off the pace just a little bit.
Zillisch will actually get another 2 for there. He'll move up another couple spots as he gets around the Corey Heim machine as well as Brandon Jones. So he has raced his way back into the top 10 now. Meanwhile, up front, it's Riley Herbst with the lead. The battle for second is on once again. Carson Quapple going to work on the back of that number 2 Chevy of Jesse Love. Sheldon Creed, also very racy, gets around Ross Chastain. Now Chastain will dive back under him in turn number 14.
Here's Chastain now working his way out of that turn onto the front stretch. Chastain will have the spot. He'll now move up into the 4th position, and we see a replay now of the spin of Sam Mayer. We also see some problems there in the back of the pack as Allgaier made contact with Connor Zillisch. It costed both of those drivers a number of positions.
Yeah, a lot happening there on that replay. All right, the field is making its way now back to the front stretch. We have a 3-car battle for the lead. Riley Herbst has it, 2 car lengths in front of Jesse Love. Right on the back bumper of Love is once again Carson Quapple.
Yeah, Tennessee Sue will join it after this is over, Taterhead.
2025 at 2311 Racing, trying to prove it was well earned. 3 car lengths his lead. Once again, Quapple will race door to door off of turn number 1 beside Jesse Love. They continue in that posture off turn 2.
While we are around the halfway point of this race, it is not won now. No, they're trying to grab this track position. Here they come through the S's to the inside. Jesse Love now he's on the outside of turn 5. He cuts off the nose of fellow Chevrolet Carson Quapple there, and they trail the leader Riley Herbst in return 6A by about 3 car lengths.
You got to be impressed with the car control of Quapple. Love right there. Those two making a real show of it out front. Meanwhile, off of turn 6A, the leader, it's Riley Herbst. He's down in turn number 12.
300 likes.
6, 7 cars separated by only about 5 car lengths. Connor Zillisch doing a great job now. Next up on his list is going to be the car of Austin Hill, last week's winner. Zillisch is only about 4 car lengths back as he's gotten around Corey Heim, and he continues to march his way back up to the front. Here's the leader off of turn number 14 and makes his way back to the 15 to Echo Park Bridge.
And that leader continues to be Riley Herbst. It's Jesse Love second. Running right there in his tire tracks in third is Carson Quapple. Fourth is Ross Chastain. Sheldon Creed rounds out the top 5. Further back, Connor Zillisch is in the back half of the top 10 now. He's riding in position number 8.
7 to go,
Meanwhile,
stage 2.
The battle for second just will not go away in turn 20.
This time across the start-finish line, 6 laps to go in stage number 2. Crew members already setting up for their pit strategy. Wendy Venturini, what are you hearing?
Yes, Riley Herbst is the pit stall that I'm in, the leader of this race, and the crew just hopped up, and they're getting their helmets on. It could be early pitting for Riley Herbst. This is his first Xfinity start of 2025, and the first one for Joe Gibbs Racing since 2020. But right now, Riley Herbst in that leader position has been loose in, and he has to counter steer. So I know they're already making an air pressure adjustment for the tires that are sitting on pit wall. Brett McMillan.
Justin Allgaier was involved in that little tete-a-tete with Connor Zillisch. He thought he had a tire rub, and he has been screaming to come in. They told him to go ahead and come in, and he has come to a stop in his pit stall. There is some damage to the front end of that Brandt Chevy. They've pulled the front side tires off. They're going to go ahead. They're hammering away at the front end of that car. They've changed the tires. They're sending it back out. And this is not really far off of the plan that they had as far as flipping the stages. They believe they can go 30 laps maximum, and right now they're right on the edge of that to get to the end of this race.
It is a hornet's nest out here in the stadium part of the course as we watch Jesse Love battle with William Byron. Taylor Gray is there. Creed is there. They're getting after it off of 16.
Jesse Love got hip checked off the racetrack and lost 3 positions in the process. Now he's under attack from William Byron. Byron's red, white, and blue Chevrolet opens up the inside lane in turn 19. Byron will slide by. Jesse Love off the course again. Gathers it back up. He's going to give up another position in turn 20.
Riley Herbst continues to lead. Carson Quapple. Then it's Ross Chastain comfortably in third.
Zillisch
William Byron being chased down by Sheldon Creed as we now have 4 laps to go in stage number 2.
The front 4 nose to tail make their way up the hill. Herbst's advantage over Carson Quapple, the second-place machine. Doug Turnbull is shrinking visibly now this time as they charge into turn 2.
They come down the hill, swing wide of the turn, then pull the car to the right, back to the left. It's turn 3. Riley Herbst, 3-car length lead, and he's spaced out over Carson Quapple. Then it's another 4-car length back to Ross Chastain. Chastain last time by made a power move through the S's to get into that third spot. We also see Jesse Love's car ailing now back in the top 10.
Watching the leader now exit turn 6B onto the backstretch. It's a real fight back there in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Those cars all lined up. Right now it's Creed trying to make a position change up front. He'll try to outbrake William Byron into turn at number 12. He'll get right into him. He moves Byron out of the way, runs right into his quarter panel, gets him up the racetrack. Now Byron fights back on the inside. That's going to draw 3 more cars into this battle here. Creed and Byron going at it tooth and nail. No change up front with the top 3, but we continue to watch this battle for 4th back here. Here comes Creed once again trying to make a move underneath the Echo Park Bridge.
Turning into a bare knuckler here in Austin, Texas. William Byron has the spot. Sheldon Creed wants it. Jesse Love continues to backslide. And check that. It is the car of Connor Zillisch now beginning to close in on Jesse Love. But what a battle we're watching between Sheldon Creed and William Byron. Both drivers go to the runoff area. Now they're side by side headed to turn 20.
That is a fight for 4th. And let's go down to Brett McMillan.
And Justin Allgaier has come back down pit road. He had a right rear tire down, so we had to come back down and get that changed. Meanwhile, Jesse Love has been dropping since he led this race. Right now, he said the car is just too tight, so he's dropping back to try, in lieu of having something happen, spinning and losing more position.
The tire
we have 4 laps left in stage number 2 here at COTA. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. This is right here. What you're watching is on the CW app. Everybody can watch this for free on the CW app. Just go to your phone, go to the CW app, hit live, hit the live section. There's the 3 cams. One is Carson Hocevar, which is not working anymore. You got Corey Heim and the battle cam. This is the battle cam. We've showed the other one as well. But make sure you guys are hitting that like, hit that subscribe, as Allgaier went running through the gravel there, and he's got a flat tire. He's on pit road. Riley Herbst, my dark horse, y'all. I picked him to win. He's in P1. Carson Quapple, who had the first wreck earlier in the day, is in P2. Chastain 3, William Byron 4, Sheldon Creed 5, 6, Jesse Love, and there is Connor Zillisch.
After the unscheduled pit stop, Allgaier's trying to get away as this trio continues the battle for the lead. Now Carson Quapple, he'll peel off the racetrack. Carson Quapple from 2nd heads to pit road.
All right, the race leaders now come across the start-finish line. It's going to be 3 laps to go. They will still have an opportunity to short pit, but Carson Quapple, the first taker up front, Wendy Venturini.
Carson Quapple, as cool and collected and confident on this racetrack than I've ever seen. He has Trans Am experience, but this is his first Xfinity run here at COTA. It's going to be 4 tires and Sunoco fuel for a very fast car.
I'm and Austin Hill almost take each other out. Yeah, they did.
For 4 tires and fuel and Tanner Gray. Brett McMillan.
Love is in. As they talked about, the car just gotten too tight. Tearaway is gone. They've given a chassis adjustment, 2 rounds on the right side. Left side tires coming off, new tires going on, and they're finishing up this stop. Drop the car, he peels out. It's a 16-second stop for him, Heather DeVoe.
And Connor Zillisch was also in for service. He said he's just losing a little bit of grip, so the team tightened him up just a touch on that stop.
All right, thank you very much. Pat Patterson, when they come by next time, it'll be 2 to go. Pit road will be closed, but we might still have more takers. A lot of racing in front of you.
Now, the Watermelon Man has got the field in tow right now. He's got about a 4-car lead off of Riley Herbst. Up in front is the car of Justin Allgaier trying to hold on to his position. A long way back to third to William Byron, but Ross Chastain doing a nice job.
He is indeed. The decision now, do you stay out and try to earn stage points? Do you come in and try to position yourself to win the race? Race leader Chastain has opened up 10 car lengths now on second place Riley Herbst. Justin Allgaier is the car out front on the tail end of the lead lap. Allgaier will stay on the track. Here come the top 2. Chastain and Herbst will come to pit lane.
All right, so the 2 leaders now dive onto pit road. Wendy, you're the first one up.
Riley Herbst has felt pretty good but been very quiet. The only thing he said is that it's been in and he's had to counter steer. I saw the team make that air pressure adjustment to the 4 tires that they came down pit road for. Solid stop as they make their way to the left side. Heather DeVoe.
And William Byron has just been saying that he's sliding the rears too much, but that windshield wiper that we talked about was still standing up, but the team has now got it down. Brett.
Ross Chastain is in. He's getting a chassis adjustment on the right side. Almost lost one of the tires, but they got it pulled back in. Left side tires are gone, and they're finishing it up on there. He's got an 18.4-second stop. Meanwhile, Austin Hill also finishing up his stop. He said the car was still a little bit tight, given air pressure adjustment. Wendy Venturini.
All my cars have lived this end of pit road, but the race off pit road into turn 1, our leader Riley Herbst that came down in that top position, seems like they had a little bit longer stop and lost that track position and will not be in front of the cars that came down pit road. Heather DeVoe.
Also in for service was Corey Ine. He was complaining that he just needed some more.
He's not doing
he liked the forward
Xfinity
drive,
anymore.
But
he doesn't get the CW.
And he also was just a little bit tight.
Working over in the stadium side of things here, we have Justin Allgaier just going by me. Then it's Harrison Burton who will come around here under the Echo Park Bridge. Behind him, Ryan Sieg, as they work this part of the track.
With the pit strategy, it's the silver, black, and red Dex imaging entry. Harrison Burton has inherited the race lead. He's got a significant advantage. He sets up for turn number 19, clearly on older Goodyear Eagles. His car skates all over the racetrack as he makes his way under braking back into turn number 20.
Harrison Burton, who started 31st, has a chance to win this stage, and why not? Probably doesn't have the car to win, so he's going to pick up a playoff point, 10 race points as well. He's back in one.
Harrison Burton lost his cup ride with the Wood brothers. He said, I'm going to regroup in the Xfinity Series. The only driver with top 10s in the first 2 Xfinity Series races of the season. He's going to, maybe, if he can make it 2 more miles, going to win a stage and all the points that go with it.
Hey, he'll certainly like that for that AM racing team that had so many struggles here. Harrison Burton right now, your leader as we come to the end of the stage. He's who turns 4 and 5, a healthy about 2 or 3 second lead over the second place car of Ryan Sieg. And of course, Sieg can use these points. He had a terrible start to the season with crashes in both Daytona and Atlanta.
Watching Harrison Burton now work his way through turn 6B onto the backstretch. A little bit further back, a lot of good racing going on, particularly watching Jesse Love and Sheldon Creed. They got into each other big time over here in the stadium side of things just a few minutes ago. Here's the leader once again headed into turn number 13, hard right-hander. Harrison Burton will work his car back over to the right and to go down into turn number 15, which is a hard corner back to the left. Ryan Sieg serving a penalty out on the racetrack. But here's the leader back up through the gearbox and under the Echo Park Bridge.
As he makes his way into turn number 16, Harrison Burton now. Some 25 car lengths behind Justin Allgaier, who's trying to stay on the lead lap. Looks like he'll be successful in that endeavor. Right now, Harrison Burton in turn number 19 has one more corner to negotiate as he works his way into turn 20. Harrison Burton to the front stretch where a green and white checkered flag awaits.
Looking for a win in stage number 2. Here comes Harrison Burton out of turn number 20. He will win stage 2 of the Focused Health 250 with a big advantage over second place Daniel Dye. And as the field comes out of turn number 20 and onto the front straightaway and takes the checkered flag, we'll get you, it looks like Sammy Smith is going to finish third in stage number 2. Then it's Jeb Burton. And after Jeb Burton, it looks like Ryan Sieg, followed by Brennan Poole, Alex LeBay, Josh Williams, Sage Karam, and Kyle Sieg, your top 10 here at COTA.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver.
All right.
We dedicate a lot of our time.
So Harrison Burton, when is the last time AM Racing won a stage? When is the last time they won a stage? Come on, what's more American than NASCAR and baseball? That's what we do here, NASCAR and baseball on this channel. But man, oh man, Harrison Burton, Daniel Dye, Sammy Smith, Jeb Burton. Never, Tosh says.
And for 14th, and they'll be in really good position when we restart this race. 17 is William Byron, 88 Connor Zillisch. They're very much in the game. Harrison Burton gets his first career stage win.
All right, so Harrison Burton gets his first career stage win as we are now in stage 3, and that is going to be 25 laps. Haley won a ton of stages. Really, Eric? I don't think so. 4-0 Tennessee. Oh, I got to turn that on. Thank you for letting me know. And someone let me know when the battle cam comes back. Let me know when the battle cam comes back. Not part of your TV package. That's a bummer. All right, just give me updates because I can't watch it apparently. Are there Cup drivers running besides Byron and Chastain? Yes, Riley Herbst, and Connor Zillisch. But yeah, CeeLo, are you going to take another shot at sim racing this weekend? We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. We're trying to get to 300 likes. We're almost there. 10 more to go. We love all the love today. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the memberships. All that good stuff. And B. Thomas, thanks for the super chat. And who else gave a super chat today? I don't know. Andy gave us, no, that was a couple days ago. Let's see. See here. Someone else gave a super chat today. I believe it was. Let's see. B. Thomas with the super chat today of $10. Thanks for the 31,000. Let's go. That's right. Let's get that 31K, baby. Let's get it. Waiting on PRN to come back.
We're back at Circuit of the Americas for the Focused Health 250, race number 3 in 2025 for the Xfinity Series. We've now seen 2 stages complete. The third and final stage coming up. We've got some pit stops, and then we'll turn them loose to see who's going to win this thing.
Mark, I'm feeling like the theme of the race right now is aggression, and we've seen a lot of it on the racetrack. We were just watching a replay. Sheldon Creed literally drove Jesse Love out into the gravel on the outside of a corner. If you look at Christian Eckes' car right now, I don't think that has a clean body panel on it, from a crack in the right side door to the nose that's pushed in to the rear of the car as well. By the way, we have a lot of drivers who are going to have to restart stage number 3 from the back. All serving speeding penalties will be Sheldon Creed, Riley Herbst, and Ross Chastain. We've already seen Connor Zillisch run his way up into the top 10 through the field, and we'll see if these drivers can do it. 25 laps will take us to lap 65 to the end of the race.
So, again, those cars will probably come in, top off. There's no penalty
Anything
for that.
Good happen?
Just to
no.
make sure they have enough Sunoco
just
fuel
hit 300
to get
likes, y'all.
to the
Thanks
end
so
of it.
much.
Again, we want to remind you we're on the air 2:30 Eastern Time tomorrow on a sunny Sunday in Austin, Texas for the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix. The 2311 Racing Toyotas of Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace will lead them to the green flag. Chase Elliott, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, the top 5. The rest of the top 10, Shane Van Gisbergen, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Todd Gilliland. It should be a very interesting race tomorrow.
I think so. Race number 3 in the 2025
Jameson.
NASCAR Cup
Thanks
Series
so much,
schedule with
Jameson.
the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, and looking for some big things to happen. It has been action-packed in all 4 years that we've been here leading up to 2025, and great to see. All right, we've got the cars coming around the circuit right now. We do expect to see some of those who stayed out at the end of stage 1 if pit road is open. So it looks like right now no one is able to come onto pit road. So the cars are going to make it around one more time, and we'll see how things go. So while they do that, we will come back to Circuit of the Americas for the final stage of the Focused Health 250.
All right. There's that. We'll listen in to the CW for a little bit.
Oh, what a shot!
Wow! That was Jeb Burton. That was Jeb Burton and Carson Hocevar, I think.
That might be a black flag.
He said,
Get
"I'll
that guy out
see you
of here."
when we're done."
I wish we had a radio in that helmet.
That was outstanding. That, by the way, was not our Golden Corral moment, brought to you by Golden Corral. Here is the Golden Corral moment of the race, brought to you by Golden
Brandon,
Corral.
$5 super chat. It's about to get good. Thank you so much, Brandon. Everybody tell Brandon thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Thank you, Brandon.
No problem. What goes around comes around. And Creed
If I can get the wipe into it, we may go to Indy race in St. Pete. Actually, we live here. Awesome, Ryder.
Welcome to Stock Car Racing on a road course. That is what happens. It is full contact all the time, and especially when you want it to be.
Jamie, I'm sorry we don't
Keeping
have
that light.
radio for the go-karts, but we do for the 00 and the 2. Listen in.
Tell that too. If you want to around and find out, let's go. Yeah, I liked it. He got him a little dose. So you want to take bumper cars? He was the same way to everyone else, trying to pass him there at that stage. 00 there. It's flipped out. Bigger main board. Done with that.
I love it. What's it? I love
The
frustration.
acronym for that? FAFO?
I think we should stay out of that.
I'm going to let you have all that. How's that sound? Yeah.
Here's the best part. This is a road course. And next week we go to Phoenix, which races like a short track. So the hits, they just keep on coming when it comes to the Xfinity Series on CW.
Well, and this track lends itself to those crossovers because of how the corners all tie together. And you always think you're better than the other guy, right? So you pass him, you're like, if you just give me a corner or two, I'll get away. But the other guy has a different plan. The radio's been pretty aggressive. It has been. Like I would say Riley
running
Herbst,
here this weekend. Today it's the Focused Health 250 NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Mark, we can see folks down in front of us on pit road. They're up on the wall.
One year we went to Bristol. It was lame. Only 2 cautions for a single car incident.
Stops, under caution here.
Brandon,
number 2,
Bristol's
we're about to get a
gotten
field that is going to be
boring.
completely reset based on all of the drivers that short pitted before the end of stage number 2.
It'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. By the way, watching a replay, controversy over the
$3
go-kart
super chat
track.
from
Somebody just got
Kyle.
sent
Thank
around
you,
over there, and
Kyle.
they definitely did
Everybody
like
tell
it.
Kyle thank you.
All right, the Toyota GR Supra pace car will stay out on the track, but several of our competitors here at Circuit of the Americas will not, led by Harrison Burton, your Stage 2 winner. Let's go down, starting with Wendy Venturini.
On my end of pit road, Sheldon Creed is going to come down pit road. They're not going to put tires on it. They're just going to check everything and fill it up with fuel. They want to save that last set of tires in case there's a caution with 8 to 10 laps to go. As for the 19, also coming down pit road, now Riley Herbst said he did not like the adjustments last time the front didn't respond, so they're making a small adjustment on Riley Herbst to free him up and top him off with Sunoco fuel. Heather DeVoe.
And for our Stage 2 winner, Harrison
no
Burton,
more dirt,
he
though,
and his crew
Cole.
chief, Danny Eflin, were very happy with those stage points there. But as far as the handling of his car, he said he needed more rear grip throughout this entire race, and he keeps
Gotta
giving
show
that to him, and it
them
gets better and
ones.
better. So they made a small air pressure adjustment to continue in that direction. Brett McMillan?
Ross Chastain came in. He got penalized for speeding, so they went ahead and topped him off. Justin Allgaier's back in again. They're doing some work on the left front fender with the saw, trying to cut away that fender to make sure he doesn't have a tire rub. Also handed him a bag of ice inside the car as it's a little bit warmer here than it has been so far this year.
So with the gas and go, Chastain was the first of those guys off the pit lane. As for the ones who pitted, took on tires and fuel, Harrison Burton's team got him out first.
Yes, they did. Good for them. And Chastain will still have to drop to the back of the pack to serve that penalty. 3 drivers serving speeding penalty. Sheldon Creed, another one of those drivers under penalty. Made sense for them to come back in. But the big question is, Mark, it looks like we're going to restart this race with about 20 laps to go.
I never went to the dirt race. One thing I never did.
That is the length of stage 1, essentially the length of stage number 2. But I think the aggression's ramping up. We're starting to see drivers making moves on other drivers that are not aggressive moves, but almost moves in anger. I felt like when Sheldon Creed drove Jesse Love into the gravel a little bit, that didn't look like I was, I went a little too wide, sorry.
Yeah, no, love you, bro, on that one. That one was a run-over, a complete run-over job there, sending Jesse Love out into the marbles. It looks like, and again, they'll have to come by the start-finish line. We'll have the full field rundown for you, brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza. But it looks like Quapple, Byron, Zillisch, Hill will be our top 4. I think Gray will be 5th. We'll confirm that here in just a moment.
Doug Turnbull, I'm curious. We talked at the beginning of our show here today about the 400-pound barrier that is on the inside of the left-hander of turn number 6A. That's the bypass
I got it now,
to
Georgia
go from
fan.
one side of the racetrack to the other.
I'm watching it now, so you don't have to update every time now. I got it.
2.4-mile circuit. I thought this was going to be a big time part of the racetrack that people were going to hit, but has that barrier even budged yet today?
I haven't seen anybody hit it. Now, certainly the outside barrier that took down a banner, brought out a caution a while ago, has taken a little love or hate, rather, from Carson Hocevar and Jeremy Clements. But that white, it's not a tire pack, but that white barrier that's been put in place right at the point of turn 6A has stayed relatively clean. However, guys, that could change if that pay window is open now.
That could definitely change here, Mark, for sure. All right, the field is still being towed by the Toyota GR Super Pace car. The good thing is they're coming out of turn number 20 and hitting the start-finish line, which means we will be able to give you a full field rundown of where we are. It looks like we're going to restart this race with 20 laps to go in the Focused Health 250 as they come by our position here, Mark. They are headed to that start-finish line, which is painted as a checkered flag, which is a little bit about 2/3 of the way down the front straight.
Tennessee, James.
Let's give you a full field rundown brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Thanks, Leaf.
Carson Quapple first. And now we are going to see William Byron second, Connor Zillisch in third, 4th Austin Hill, 5th is Taylor Gray, Corey Heim 6th, Jesse Love 7th, 8th Brandon Jones, 9th Anthony Alfredo, 10th is Sam Mayer.
11th will be Christian Eckes, Blaine Perkins in 12th, William Sawalich in 13th, Dean Thompson in 14th, Nick Sanchez 15th, 16th is Ryan Ellis, Harrison Burton is 17th, Ross Chastain currently 18th, Daniel Dye 19th, 20th will be Ryan Sieg.
Josh Williams 21st, 22nd Brennan Poole, 23rd is Kyle Sieg, Riley Herbst now 24th, 25th Matt DiBenedetto, Sage Karam is 26th, 27th Chris Wright, Jeb Burton 28th, Alex LeBay 29th, Austin Green in 30th.
In 31st right now, that's Sheldon Creed serving a penalty. Josh Balicki 32nd. Justin Allgaier 33rd. 34th is Jeremy Clements. Sammy Smith is 35th. Out of the race, Preston Pardis, Baltazar Leguizamon, and Carson Hocevar finishes 38th here today. And we are about to get stage number 3 underway, Mark.
That leaderboard update again brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza, where we love racing and we love pizza. Find
let's do a start with him.
HuntBrothersPizza.com or down.
Here we go. We're going to restart with Corey Heim. We're going to restart with Corey Heim. Crank it up. Thanks so much for the likes, y'all. Help me out with those likes. Trying to get to 400 likes. We're going to crank it up with Corey Heim. Heim is in P6. Gotcha, Trent. We're going to crank it up with Corey Heim here in P6. y'all. Pull those belts tight one last time. There goes the 88. Turn 1 is where I didn't make it the other night, Cole. Got Zillisch all over behind. The top Keith bag. Dang, he was in P6. Oh.
His teammate Carson Quapple, no love lost between them right now. They are running Connor Zillisch in 5th. Carson Quapple is actually running in 4th. But meanwhile, up front, who says it's all about super speedways?
Sucks.
Last week's winner, Austin Hill, in the lead.
Last time in turn 1, Carson.
So Heim
Connor
bounced
Zillisch
off
tried
of
to take the race lead.
Zillisch.
Too deep into the corner, couldn't make the turn, carried himself and Carson Quapple outside, and it cost both of them positions on the racetrack.
All of that scrapping for second spot has allowed Austin Hill to get ahead to about a 2-second lead. Let's pick up the battle for second spot. The car that won a year ago, 17, this year driven by William Byron, has it. But what a move to the inside. Here comes Carson Quapple looking under him at turn 6A. He's going to outbreak him and take the spot, bringing Zillisch with him.
Well, Connor Zillisch might have got wounded in that, but he is fighting hard up here in that
look
third
at that.
and fourth
Connor
spot.
Zillisch,
as they all
when he
have
bumped
lost
into
a lot of ground
Heim.
to the leader. Zillisch now to the inside of William
Not
Byron.
good for
he'll make
always
that pass,
smoking
and he'll
big
go
time.
back up and go to work on Carson Quapple. It's a tight run behind all these cars. Taylor Gray in the middle of this with Jesse Love. Also right behind him, Sam Mayer. And then you've got Chelios behind him, and of course the 42 with Anthony Alfredo is in the mix. But the leader right now is Austin Hill, and he is strong out front, Alex.
He is underneath the bridge in turn 16. A solid 50-yard advantage over Carson Quapple. In turn has 5 car lengths on Connor Zillisch. The tire rub for Connor Zillisch seems to have taken care of itself. No harm, no foul, as he gathers things back up. Kicks a little dirt right in the face of William Byron in turn 19. Byron unfazed, stays right on his back bumper.
Sam Mayer now applying the pressure to Jesse Love. This is a fight for the 6th position. As they exit turn 20, Mayer will have it. Love will try the crossover. Now Mayer will block him. Jesse Love now goes to the outside. And again, Sam Mayer makes the block.
Mayer will hang on for the moment. Now to his inside. Jesse Love in turn number 1 may have the position. He will. Also in that fracas is Christian Eckes. He's right on their back bumper.
88.
As they come down the hill, the leaders have separated out. That's Austin Hill. He's through the S's right now in turns 3, 4, and 5. Let's pick up that big battle for about that.
Can
5th and 6th
RCR
spot.
win
Jesse
this
Love
again?
is getting hounded by Sam Mayer and Christian Eckes. What big comebacks for all 3 of these cars who've had to drive at some point from the back. Mayer dive bombs into turn 6A, takes the spot away from Love. Eckes tucks back in line.
Yeah, Christian Eckes would like to be able to pick up that spot as well. Not going to be able to do so. Meanwhile, up
Anyone
front,
but Byron.
Austin Hill with a good 7, 8, 10 cars linked out in front of Carson Quapple. Then you have
RCR car
Zillisch
leading this
right
race again.
behind him. William Byron is there as Taylor Gray. These cars run in the top 5. Meanwhile, the battle rages on there. Christian Eckes in the middle of it with Jesse Love and Sam Mayer. Here's the leader, Austin Hill, off turn 15.
Austin Hill right down to driver's right on the red and white rumble strips. Gives himself plenty of room. Carson Quapple will hustle his Chevrolet through the same area. Connor Zillisch continues to give pace in third. A distant fourth now is William Byron. He has lost touch with the back bumper of Connor Zillisch as everybody now begins to dip the left side Goodyears off the racetrack in turn number 19.
Those top four that Alex Hayden was talking about, single file. Also Taylor Gray running in fifth. The battle is for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Sam Mayer, Jesse Love, and Christian Eckes. Here at Circuit of the Americas, we now have 17 laps to go in the Focused Health 250.
Hey folks, it's Doug Rice. Did you know
17 laps to go. If it was the 24, I'd give the 88 a talking to. Not cool, man. You're right. Melon Man, Chastain. Chastain is in 17th. 17th for Chastain. Zillisch still in 3, but he's got that issue with his tires. All right, thanks, Lee. You Big Kane 56. Big Kane 56, thanks for that. The 88 drives like Larson, thanks for the hit. Oh, Heim's coming in. Watch him go to work here. It's all right, Jared.
Race Corey Heim in on pit road after that contact with Connor Zillisch. He just could not handle that race car any longer, so he had to come in for adjustments and for tires. I can see that the
AJ's still in it, CeeLo. Sorry, just coming back. It's all good, man.
Completely rubbed off, so a little bit of damage there on that 24.
16 laps to go now in stage number 2. Austin Hill, your leader, his lead now has grown to 1 second. And when you talk about road course drivers on the Xfinity Series, the best ones, his name doesn't always come up in the conversation, but he had 4 top 10s in 6 races last year with the best of 4th at the Roval. So he's no slouch at this. Now he's got a chance to win after 2 runner-ups here at COTA in 22 and 24.
Yeah, Austin Hill, Jesse Love, RCR teammates dominant the first 2 races of the season, Daytona and Atlanta. Austin Hill leading now, Jesse Love in 7th. And as the leaders head up to you, Rob Albright, things are starting to wind down here with 15 to go.
They are. Of course, Austin Hill led a number of laps near the end of the race a season ago before giving it up to William Byron a year ago. It is Carson Quabble, and he's not, Doug Turnbull, giving up any ground at all to the race leader.
I think he's gained some since we've come back for the commercial break. Carson Quapple, the rookie, in the second spot, about 4 or 5 car lengths behind the leader, Austin Hill. The same deficit goes from Quapple to who? Connor Zillisch. Back to 3rd place after a tumultuous day. He goes through turn 6A now.
You just have to wonder how much damage Zillisch did to that car when he got into it with Corey Heim right over here. Right now, though, he's trailing by about 8 to 10 car lengths behind Carson Quapple. Here's the leader into turn number 12. And I tell you, Carson Quapple has really got Austin Hill looking in the mirror here as they work through turn number 13. Quapple just only a half a car length back now in that number 1 Chevy as he goes after Austin Hill down here in turn number
15.
Off
Thank
of
you,
15
CeeLo.
they go,
Just got
and
out
they
of
stay
work. We
tightly
can't
bunched
get the
underneath the
CW.
bridge.
Both MR and
Smooth
PR
is
are displaying
fast
on the
here at
link
Circuit
to
of the
listen.
Americas, and right now,
I'm
very
lost. Thanks
smooth
for
and
keeping
very
me up to
fast
date.
is
You're
second
welcome,
place
Danny.
Carson Quapple. He continues to gobble up the car links on race leader Austin Hill. Hill continues to work back down into turn number 19. He'll look in the mirror and see Carson Quapple close in a little more. Running for his life at the front of the field is Austin Hill.
14 laps to go in stage number 2. Let's go to Heather DeBow.
And if you're wondering, like our turnout announcers just mentioned, about the damage to the 88 of Connor Zillisch after he made contact with not only Corey Heim, but his teammate Carson Quapple, the team says that he thinks he's okay with the damage, and Connor Zillisch has not said anything on the radio in concern to the damage that he sustained on that race car.
Still close,
Connor
though.
Zillisch actually looks
That's all
like he's now
matters.
catching Carson Quapple for that runner-up spot. They head into the left-hander through turn number 2. Now they're about to head to turn number 3 in the side of Doug Turnbull.
I like that hat. I can't lie. Awesome car enthusiast.
Connor Zillisch is number 88, chases Carson Quapple. They climb and descend the hill at turn 6, and they're catching the leader, Austin Hill. Hill is trapped behind the wounded machine, the lap car of Chris Wright.
Yeah, I don't think that Hill's car is handling quite as well as it was about 4 laps ago here after this restart. Here's the leader, Austin Hill, into turn 12. Hard left-hand corner. Hill misses the corner. That's going to send Carson Quapple to the front. Quapple now with the front. Hill's got problems. Here comes Zillisch. Zillisch is going to get around Hill.
Oh, no.
He's going to take that position. Hill tries to get himself
What happened to
remounted
Austin
here
Hill?
to work on these top 3, but it's Carson Quapple who quickly jumps on the position. He's jumped to the front, but now he's got to watch out, Alex. He's got Zillisch right in his
Here
mirror.
comes Zillisch.
Connor Zillisch and Carson Quapple have had no problems mixing it up among themselves here in this final stage. Looks like Austin Hill has gathered himself back up and composed himself. He's now right on the back bumper of second place Connor Zillisch. As a matter of fact, he's going to lose a half a car length. Front 3, however, go back to turn number 20.
See?
So
I'm not the
now
only
Carson
one.
Quapple
I'm not
is
the
on
only
the
one.
point when they flash by the start-finish line.
Yo, pass.
13
What's up,
laps
bro?
to go. Top 3 now have broken
He ran
away
out
a
of
little
talent.
bit from William Byron as they head back up the hill to turn number 1.
Carson Quapple, Connor Zillisch, both rookies in the Xfinity Series, but Connor with significantly more road course experience, albeit in different forms of race cars. But he is not able so far to mount a real challenge for the race lead against his teammate.
When they come down the hill into turn number 2, Carson Quapple about a car length behind the leader. Connor Zillisch behind Carson Quapple for that lead. He is hounding him there, waiting for the right time to pounce. There's still plenty of time to do that as Austin Hill has dropped back to third. Got to give a nod to 9th place today. Blaine Perkins with a great run for Jordan Anderson Racing.
Here comes Quapple once again off of 6B. It's just going to be an opportunity as they head down here the long straightaway into the corner. Can he outbrake Zillisch? And Zillisch, will he try to make a move? Zillisch will look to the inside.
He missed his turn. He's not in the lead anymore.
Alongside for a moment, has to back off. Now he gets side by side again. Zillisch working the outside driver's left against the leader. They get together just ever so slightly. Down into turn number 15 they go. Once again, Quapple able to hold off Zillisch. Zillisch right on his bumper, and he stays there as they head up towards the Echo Park Bridge.
And that is turn number 16. Here they come in the double apex corner. Up front, it's Quapple. Right on his back bumper is Connor Zillisch. 4 car lengths in arrears is Austin Hill in third. The battle for the lead continues down the hill into turn number 19. Under braking, downshifting. Connor Zillisch dips the left side. Goodyear's into the dirt another time. It's still
Just waiting on Quapple to mess up.
Connor Zillisch seems to have the faster car right now, but what he doesn't have is a right front bumper that's strong enough to really make a move. He is chasing teammate Carson Quapple up the hill right on his back bumper.
Austin Hill hoping youthful exuberance becomes over-exuberance on the part of Carson Quapple and Connor Zillisch. Zillisch gives Quapple plenty of room entering turn number 1. He won't make a challenge right now. Hill trying to gain. He's 4 car lengths behind as they charge off turn 2.
As they get through 2, that sets them up for the S's here. They want to be positioned the right way, and they get that way. Carson Quapple, left turn, then a right into turn 4, a quick left at turn 5. Still a car length advantage. Quapple back to second place. Zillisch, then it's 4 car lengths back to the third place running car of Austin Hill as the leaders go through 6A.
Connor Zillisch being very patient now as he looks for the lead off of Carson Quapple. Quapple's and car, both of those cars look very much heads up to each other as they work into turn number 12. Here's the leader, hard left-hand corner. This is where Zillisch made a move in the last lap and almost got him. Will he try to do it again? Those cars work around turn 13. Zillisch is there, unable to strike now as they head to turn 15. The battle for the lead now. Once again, Quapple walks out wide. He'll make that hard left-hand corner, and Zillisch not able to do anything with him in this part of the stadium course.
You wonder if Connor Zillisch is having to toe the line very carefully after the restart, getting into his teammate Quapple, moving him out of the way. Quapple then retaliated in turn 16 once he got back to him. So you got to wonder, does Connor Zillisch now have to drive this completely different? Not quite as aggressive. He gives up a car length to Zillisch as he smokes the tires down at turn number 20.
Alex, I think you've hit on something. Certainly, Zillisch will have to be a little bit more careful, and Carson Quapple will think, you know what, I don't have to play with him with kid gloves at all. We have 11 laps to go in stage number 3, our third and final stage. Let's get more on Connor Zillisch from Wendy Venturini.
Yeah, between Connor Zillisch and Carson Quapple, I don't believe that Connor Zillisch has any faster of a car than Carson Quapple. Carson, on my end of pit road, feels like he is best through the S's. This kid has been confident the whole entire race. Nothing has changed, and you see he is starting to pull away from Connor Zillisch. They came over the radio about 2 laps ago to Carson Quapple and said, let Connor use up his equipment. What are we seeing Connor doing?
See that tire?
Up the tires, smoking them, and losing ground against our leader, Carson Quapple.
And the leader right now heads into turn number 12.
Tomorrow, I don't know, man.
Advantage over second place, Connor Zillisch. Zillisch right there, ready to pounce at any time if Quapple makes any kind of a bobble or a move here. And about 8 to 12 car lengths back is where you find Austin Hill. Behind him, it's William Byron. And Taylor Gray also with a good run this afternoon. He and Sam Mayer have worked against each other. Meanwhile, the battle up front. 2 cars separate first and second. Here's the leader.
As they make their way into turn number 16, barring some kind of a mistake or dust-up, it looks like it's a 2-horse race now at the front of the field. Quapple continues to show the way. Zillisch right there in the second spot. Rides his tire tracks, still gives up some 3 car lengths. This time through 19, Connor Zillisch nearly takes all 4 tires down to the dirt.
Both of these very young drivers from different backgrounds. Carson Quapple, the son of former Craftsman Truck Series champion Travis Quapple. He came up a late model racer, and he's been very smooth. Trans Am experience for sure. But this is Connor Zillisch, bread and butter. And Rob, every time he comes up to you, the front end of Zillisch's car is smoking.
It looks like he's smoking that right front, maybe locking the car up, trying to maintain his position on the throttle as long as possible. Still, 2 car lengths the advantage for Quapple.
But certainly keeping Quapple honest is Connor Zillisch as they wind through the S's right now here in that late afternoon Texas sunshine. Carson Quapple, your leader, 2 car lengths back to Connor Zillisch there. Let's see how they navigate turn 6A as they pull away for third place, Austin Hill. Quapple, very smooth through, and right at his tire tracks is Zillisch.
Carson Quapple is used to seeing cars in his rear view mirror closely on short tracks. These turns are just like short tracks. Nothing new to him, and that's the reason he continuously does such a good job on these tight corners. Not worried about the guy behind him right now, just trying to make a smooth corner as he does over here in 13. 13 now over to 14. Half a car length separate first and second. Zillisch being very patient, looking for his opportunity, and right now Quapple is not letting that door crack open at all. Here's the leader back under the Echo Park Bridge.
Yeah, right now Carson Quapple, the race leader, would do him a world of good just to flip that rear view mirror up and not pay attention to it. He continues to drive his racing line, continues to keep one of the best road racers at bay in Connor Zillisch. Off turn number 19 to the short straightaway again. No gap has gone shorter, and now the race leader Quapple lights up the tires under braking.
Right front tire, a lot of smoke from him.
Yeah, let's do it.
As
I'll
they
do it,
battle
Kevin.
for the lead down the front stretch. 9 laps to go. Here is Connor Zillisch driving hard to the inside as they head to turn 1.
One blink by Carson Quapple exiting turn 20 may have cost him a potential win, as sliding by him into turn number 1 with no contact between the two. Pole sitter Connor Zillisch. Now, can he pull away from Quapple? They're nose to tail off too.
He's back into the lead, but Carson Quapple's going to try to look to the outside of turn 3. Gets back in line. Connor Zillisch now is leading him through the S's, but they are bumper to bumper, almost stuck together, up the hill and down it, downshifting into turn 6. Now let's see what Quapple does in 6A. Zillisch has the advantage. Quapple won't get him there.
Quaffle's got to stay right on his bumper if he wants to keep this close at all. They race down the backstretch now.
Zillisch.
Will Quapple try to make a move into turn number 12? Zillisch hard on the brakes. Yeah, down through the gearbox. Quapple is right there, half a car length behind him. Can't do anything with him. Now up to 13 to the outside. This will be a right-hand corner for the leader, Zillisch. He goes a little bit wide there, opens the door ever so slightly. Quapple can't do anything with him.
There goes
now
Zillisch.
into 15. Here goes
New
Quapple.
leader.
Tries to get to his bumper. Can move him just ever so slightly. Can't get it done. Again, the lead goes back under the bridge.
As they make their way into turn number 16, Zillisch has opened up a car length and a half now on Carson Quapple. Off turn 17, no change. The gap stays constant. Down the hill into turn number 19. Connor Zillisch this time through kicks the dirt in the air yet again. Quapple continues to keep his foot in there. However, Connor Zillisch has opened up now 2 full car lengths.
8 laps to go here in the Focused Hell 250. We will come back and take you commercial free to the checkered flag. Connor Zillisch leads Carson Quapple here in Austin.
All right, so we got it going down here. Connor Zillisch getting close here. We'll bring the cam back here in just a second. I want to let you listen into the CW, and then we'll get it going here. But Zillisch
really
with the lead.
Right now, and one of the things that being behind can allow you is just to be tidier.
No cautions, no cautions.
Off the car in front of you. You don't need to be sliding around and pushing that race car and abusing those rear tires. Just try and keep them in check, cool everything down, let those tires come back. So you see Zillisch going through the dirt.
Half a second now for
if you get
Zillisch.
towards the end, you're close enough.
Awful
you might get something
Quapple.
back because you can try to strike again.
But the one did the same
Imagine
thing.
if the 88 car sweeps both races. I don't think so.
Turn 19 as they come onto the front stretch.
SVG and
And
Zillisch.
it's so important to get a run through there because you get to have that speed all the way down the front straightaway. But that tire rub, it concerns me. Is it going to get hot? We saw blistering on Austin Hill's tires. As we see right here, that lockup of.
That'd be something. He blows a tire.
Part of his car's on the curb, parts on the paint. We've seen that a lot, and it's almost like it's because of the bumps. Once it starts to lock up, you won't realize it until it's too late.
Once again, Zillisch has got that lead. A good battle for second place as well. William Byron trying to make a move on Austin Hill. He'll get it done under the bridge.
They make their way some 15 to 20 car lengths behind the battle for the race lead. But Carson Quapple, with the slip in the stadium part of the circuit, has given up 2 car lengths back to the race leader, Connor Zillisch.
Connor Zillisch out front, 7 laps to go. We are local stations a break from Circuit of the Americas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, Willie B. He's too far back.
Brad Gilly. Did you know you could take PRN with
Another
you anywhere?
commercial. We
That's
just
right,
had
by
a
downloading
commercial.
the
What's
PRN
the deal? We'll just stay right here. Connor Zillisch leading Travis Quapple by half a second. Half a second it is. Over a half a second. And we're going to be going to the Tennessee-Alabama game right after this. So if you could just help me out, be redirect over there to help me out with the signal to get the algorithm going for the second half. We're going to be calling the second half of the Tennessee Alabama game. It looks like it's going to go to halftime here pretty soon. So if you guys could do that for me, that would be awesome. But hope you guys are having fun. Matty D is in 31st spot, y'all. 31st for Matty D. So he's not doing too well there, Lloyd. But if you have any questions on where your drivers are, let me know.
So much we can do when we all join together. So let's start today.
Nothing yet. 30-26 balls. Thank you, SS Shark. Thanks for subbing, SS Shark. Appreciate it.
Back at Circuit of the Americas, we're getting down into the final laps. We take you commercial free. For the rest of the Focused Health 250 for the Xfinity Series, Connor Zillisch has the lead right now with Carson Quapple right behind him. And Brad,
someone check on Dale Jr.
For a while there had him lined up. They made contact a couple of times. couldn't make the pass.
Hey, I said
now
4
he's sort of falling
cautions.
back a bit, maybe
I
getting
said
ready to
4
regroup
cautions.
for one final charge.
Mark, I feel like the big key here is once Connor Zillisch got out front,
Trying to get
aside
the
from a hard
400
charge
likes.
from Carson Quapple,
400
he's now
likes.
been able
Help
to
us
run
out.
much smoother laps as he crosses the start-finish line, and we now have 5 laps to go here at Circuit of the Americas. Check that, 6 laps to go at Circuit of the Americas. Rob, the leader's in front of you.
And we no longer see smoke billowing from the right front corner of Connor Zillich's machine as he climbs the top of the hill, and he's extended his lead over second-place Quapple.
Definitely opened it up there. Quapple at
Wish
second.
Ambrose
They're
would come back.
about
Didn't he
7
come
car
back
lengths or
last
so
year?
apart. Then it's another 10, 12 car lengths back to the third-place running machine that's coming right in front of me now, and that is now William Byron. Fourth place is Austin Hill, who's lost touch with Byron, and Sam Mayer is still hanging on to the top 5 after spinning earlier.
Leader exits onto the backstretch here, and Quaffle has not put out the white flag yet. He is certainly still in
Commercial
threatening
500 at
position
Daytona.
if Zillisch slows down any at all.
Go
No
Braves,
real challenge
Rebel X.
for the first 6 cars here. Here's the leader in turn 13. Once again, Zillisch making a nice corner there. Lets the car work back over to the right. That's turn 14. Quapple is able to catch up ever so slightly down here in turns number 15. But as they work back up under the bridge, the separation's about 9 car lengths.
Get the sense that Carson Quapple has abused those tires because the back end just simply not gripping the track when he applies the throttle down. He's given up a couple of more car lengths. Connor Zillisch has stretched it out now 10 full, perhaps even up closer to 15 off turn number 19.
These Xfinity cars are racing hard, but you can tell the tire wear is starting to really come into play. They're going to come across the start-finish line out of turn number 20 right now. We've got our lead drivers, Connor Zillisch and Carson Quapple. They are racing hard, and they are sliding all around this racetrack.
Absolutely no surprise to see Connor Zillisch leading in the late stages of this race. Despite qualifying 5th, nobody was talking about Carson Quapple. What an afternoon he's had. He's not done yet, but he's losing more ground now as they move down the hill into turn 2.
As Zillisch looks for his second career Xfinity win, hoping to rebound after an awful start in the first 2 races this year. He's lengthened it up a bit, but I will say he's not pulling away Pat Patterson. Carson Quapple's keeping him honest, trying to make another
This
charge
kid
there.
ran hard
as
and
William Byron
pretty
seems to be
clean.
catching
He did,
Carson Quapple.
other than that
You know
whole
Zillisch
Heim
would love
thing.
that. And Quapple's off the pace.
Yeah, he's got a problem. I saw him dive over to the right side of the corner. Let's go down on the pit road with Wendy.
Right front tire is down for Carson Quapple. He called it immediately. We will see him hit pit road in just a second.
That
Get
sucks
that
for
fresh
Quapple.
tire. Unfortunate circumstance for Carson Quapple with a great day here.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of ground now as he had to really slow down just to get the car barely turned here in the stadium part of the course. Up front, absolutely no challenge for Connor Zillisch. He is way out in front of second place now, William Byron. The battle for third, though, Sam Mayer still working on Austin Hill as those 2 cars head up and cross under the bridge.
They do come back into turn number 16. It's Austin Hill with the number 3 spot now. Sam Mayer a car length and a half in arrears, giving chase down the hill to turn number 19. Under heavy braking now as they make their way to the 90-degree lefty, and it's going to be Hill that will maintain that position. Meanwhile, Carson Quapple continues to limp that race car. He makes his way into turn number 19 right now.
So as they come across the stripe this time, there's going to be
Anyone
just
but
4
Willie
laps
B.
to go, and at this point, Zillisch has a lead over William Byron of 4.5 seconds.
The battle for his third
Zillisch blows a
position
tire.
now rages in turn number 1. Sam Mayer, who's not had a particularly impressive afternoon, now finds himself fighting for the 3rd spot, side by side with Austin Hill, door to door off turn 2.
A great battle here as they drive under the pedestrian bridge out of turn 3. They almost made contact there as it looks like Mayer gets around Hill. They go through the S's here, have to back it down. Mayer hits the curbing just a little bit, gets those tires off the ground, and Hill is still stalking him now into turn 6A.
Leader on the backstretch, and just now exiting 6B is second place William Byron. That battle for third, not much of one now as Mayer starts to separate himself from Austin Hill. Up front, here's Zillisch working in turn number 13 over to 14 now. And they mentioned a moment ago, the boys up in the booth about how these cars are sliding. You can really see the cars sliding now. These Goodyear tires are quite worn out, and even the leader looks like he's just crawling, Alex Hayden, through these corners.
He is. He's tiptoeing his way through turn number 16. His advantage about the length of a football field over second place William Byron. Both drivers tiptoe their way through this portion of the course. back to turn number 19. Zillisch, however, stays
Montecito,
aggressive.
what happened to
continues
SPG?
to go
What's
off
up,
into the grass with the left side tires, but it is not slowing him down.
It'll be 3 to go this time by for Connor Zillisch. Carson
Everybody
Kvapil
tells
did
Spain
come down
hi.
after blowing a right front tire and got that changed. And it was interesting, Rob, they were talking earlier about Carson Kvapil's team telling him to help Connor Zillisch wear out his stuff. It was Kvapil whose was worn out.
Yeah, now Connor Zillisch, he can afford to just relax and take it easy. You don't want to lose your rhythm. That's so important on a road course, that his lead is big enough over William Byron that he can afford to basically cruise.
He comes out of turn number 2 right now with a healthy about 10, 12 car length lead over his satellite teammate, if you will, William Byron. As Zillisch, even though he's taking it easy, slides through those S's there. You can see the give up in those
4-second
tires
lead.
as
Oh my
William Byron
gosh.
tries to chase.
Yeah, there's only one threat to Connor Zillisch, and that is a yellow flag, which we're probably not going to see just based on how spread out this entire field is right now, but never say never till it's over. We know that already in this game. Here's Zillisch into turn number 12. He lets the car slide out to the right now, works it back over to 13. Way back there is William Byron in that second spot. Then there's Sam Mayer, along with Austin Hill.
Well,
a good race. Christian Eckes.
they're all watching
going
a
at it with
basketball
Taylor
game
Gray.
right now,
Those
that's
guys
why.
have been competitive all afternoon long. They work nose to tail over here through turn number 14, and Jesse Love right behind him. Here's the leader off and under the bridge.
That is a good race from the 5th spot on back there as those drivers continue to tussle back and forth there. Mayer free and clear of Austin Hill. Then that good side-by-side battle in 16. Christian Eckes slips just a bit. Taylor Gray will get away, but Christian Eckes will remount the challenge down the hill.
Thank you, CeeLo. What cake for
Jesse
today?
Love will give
I don't
away
know.
another car length or two as
No
Christian
cake.
Eckes
We aren't
takes
gonna
a
get
peek
to
to driver's left,
31,000
headed into
today.
turn 20.
Meanwhile, the leaders now onto the front
all
stretch.
saving fuel.
There's just 2 laps to go. Good battle for 5th. Eckes gets inside of Taylor Gray as they head up the front stretch.
As they fight for position, to remind you, a year ago at this point in the race, in this number 17, which William Byron is driving in second place, Kyle Larson was running 4th. He ended up winning the race, but the circumstances were much different. The gap is now growing with the race lead for Connor Zillisch.
And Zillisch here puts that number 88 machine right through turns 4 and 5 now. Just
Christian
now,
Eckes
William
and Taylor
Byron is
Gray
entering
battling.
those turns, and then it's an even bigger gap to that 3rd place Sam Mayer machine.
Thank you, Bert.
Austin Hill
Thank
is
you,
4th. Even that
Marlene.
scrap there for 5th place, Pat Patterson, Taylor Gray, Christian Eckes has seen
Thanks
to
for
settle.
the sub, y'all.
They
Thank
seem to
you.
have settled that back. Those cars spread out. Here's the leader down the back.
Do the cars
stretch
have
and into
AC?
turn
No.
12. Only another circuit around this area is all he's got to do. Makes a nice turn to the left here in 12, up to 13, lets the car drift out and sets up a nice
Bert
turn number
Page
14
and
for
Marlene.
him. He heads down to the bottom of the Stadium Series course. Meanwhile, a little bit further back, good racing continues with Austin Hill going after Sam Mayer. Jesse Love will make a position change, or try to make a position change off of turn 14. Meanwhile, leader up front off the bridge.
All by himself as he makes his way through the
You,
red, white, and blue
Mel.
painted.
Thank you so much,
just
Mel.
outside of him, that whole
2
race
laps
course
to
here at
go.
Circuit of the Americas. Here's Connor Zillisch in a red, white, and blue Chevrolet
Maybe
now.
one.
Up off of turn number 19. Uses the runoff area, keeps his foot firmly planted on the accelerator, now under braking in 20.
As he makes that left-hander in turn number 20, Connor Zillisch will once again hit the front straightaway. He has gone from the back to the front. White flag is out. Just 2.4 laps to go, 2.4 miles to go for Zillisch.
Behind the race leader, Austin Hill making one last attempt
All
to get
right,
around
can
third
he
place.
do it?
Sam Mayer, they're right together up entering turn number 1, off turn 1 and headed to 2. The race leader, Connor Zillisch, 10 car
Called it
lengths
from the
ahead.
start.
And worth noting, he is taking the
88
white
and the
flag, so the next
17.
flag ends it if anybody gets out of bounds for sure. Connor Zillisch coming down through the S's one final time, looking for that second Xfinity Series win of the number 88 machine. Has a healthy lead over the fellow Chevrolet of William Byron, who's running second. Then that good battle for third is still there with Sam Mayer and Austin Hill.
So young, so smooth, so fast, and what a great afternoon for Connor Zillisch. To the backstretch he goes, down here to turn number 12. No threat from behind. Hard left-hand corner here. Will make that corner, head up to number 13. That's back to the right-hand side, and he'll work his way through the stadium course for the final time today. Over to turn number 14. No problem for Zillisch. Behind him, William Byron in that second spot, but not a threat. Down to turn number 15. However, William Byron does close the distance quite much. Here they come, Alex Hayden.
And the turn number 16, William Byron is closing the gap on Connor Zillisch, but Zillisch in firm control at the moment. After crashing out of the first 2 races of the season, Connor Zillisch is looking to become playoff eligible in race number 3 of the season. He's in turn number 19. Lets the car drift wide. He has 1 more corner to go before he sees the checkered flag.
Connor Zillisch now through turn 20. He ended the first 2 races in the garage area. He'll end this afternoon in victory lane. He will win the Focused Health 250, his first victory of 2025, his first at COTA, and the second for his Xfinity Series career.
Wow, oh wow. So Zillisch wins it, huh? Now, the CW is pretty far behind, but we'll listen to it.
There's a lot of hype around him, but for good reason, Adam. This is what he does.
He's dealt with the pressure quite well. Going to make his Cup debut tomorrow. But this season, all about what he does on Saturdays. Off of turn 20, Connor Zillisch is a road warrior. Second career victory for the driver out of Mooresville, North Carolina, comes at Circuit of the Americas.
Wow.
You guys are awesome. Thank
What a
you so
stud.
much. Thank you. Way to go, way to go. Congrats, Connor, man. Awesome job today, bud.
A lot of pressure.
Everyone.
Friday nights, you bring your
A lot of pressure on the 88
Flirty walks, you bring
Everybody
your
wants
A.
to win a road course, but he was expected to win, and that's a different mentality when you show up to the track.
And doing his first Cup start this weekend has the distraction that is, but it just doesn't matter. Nothing seems to phase this young man.
Mature beyond his years. Celebration coming.
Oh, what's Chastain doing?
Has now won 3 in a row on road courses, 2 of those courtesy of Connor Zillisch.
All right, so that is it. You're mad. Oh, well. His burnout was the shape of a bald eagle. Unreal, bro. Awesome. So I hope you guys had a good time. We're going to head over to the Tennessee game. It's going to be at halftime here in a second, so I guess I can just wait. But it's looks like it's a pretty good game. So make sure you guys come over there with me to help us out with the algorithm and hit the like for us over there on the Tennessee stream. We're going to have a good time. 39-33 Bama. I'm about to go over there and watch it. Thanks, CeeLo. You're welcome, guys. I kind of want to hear Zillisch, but he's taking forever to do his thing. It's like he's stuck or something. I don't know. They're just waiting for the cars so he can do a burnout. I don't really know what he's doing. Congratulations to the 88. Probably what the 9 was doing. Okay, probably so. But tomorrow, I'll let you know what's going on. I got some stuff going on in the morning time before the race starts. Hopefully I'll get there before pre-race. If not, right at the race starts. So make sure you guys are looking for that. The stream will be up tonight on the channel too as well. But Connor Zillisch with the win. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Oh, he's burning it out right now. Let's take a look really quick. Burning it out. Burning it out. Okay, it'll be good. We'll get halftime, and then we'll start from the second half. Thanks.
Connor Zillisch
CeeLo,
did make it back to
Greg.
the start-finish line with a massive burnout. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Well, we're going to go over to the other side, y'all. So make sure you guys are heading over there. But congratulations to Connor Zillisch with the win. He's burning it out, man. Crazy. That was some good racing. It was.
You got to like the batting average for Connor Zillisch. 7 Xfinity Series starts, already 2 trips to victory lane. Let's go down to Wendy Venturini.
Christian Eckes comes home 5th here at COTA. 2 top 10s in the Truck Series. First time in Xfinity for you, Christian. What was your biggest takeaway from today's race?
That I make some dumb decisions sometimes, for sure. Sped on pit road, put us behind. Got a little bit of contact coming through the field, and yeah, but I can't say enough about these 16 guys. Our Celsius Camaro was as fast as Xfinity Internet today, and I screwed it up a little bit, or we might have had a shot at it. So just proud of the guys. We'll move on to Phoenix.
All right, that's Christian Eckes. He comes home 5th. Brett McMillan.
Another top 10 here for Sam Mayer, a 3rd place finish, and you can't say it wasn't eventful, can you?
Dude, I think we were in every position at one point, but huge props to these Haas Factory team boys. They
I wouldn't be happy
either.
either.
Fast as Xfinity Mobile. What else can I say? Yeah, this Audubon
You're
Ford
welcome.
Mustang was certainly on wheels there at the end. We were keeping pace with those guys. That's exactly what we said we wanted to do yesterday. So super proud of these guys. Like you said, it was eventful. We got spun, got hit, did literally everything in the field except for cut and speed. So
all right, let's listen to Zillisch here.
Derailed this effort ultimately, obviously, the result is what you wanted. How did you stay focused and calm today despite all the things that were going on that put you back at first?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, that was way harder than I wanted it to be, and I did not drive a clean race at all, and sorry to everyone that I hit. I was kind of mentally fogged halfway through that race, and glad we were able to fight back. This junior motorsports team gave me a car as fast as Xfinity Mobile, and so proud of everyone. WeatherTech, thank you for coming on board. It's been such a fun weekend, but we got a big race tomorrow, so looking forward to that as well.
You took care of business today, but the Cup thing could have been a distraction this weekend. How do you stay so unflappable? That's been the term that's been used to describe you at just 18 years old. How do you do it?
Man, you just can't let the noise get to you. You got to keep doing your thing no matter what. Whether it's good talk or bad talk, you just got to keep doing it and
see you guys.
Prepare the
Thank you
same
so
way,
much.
and the results will come. So I'm so grateful to have so many great people in my life. Everyone at Chevy, I wouldn't be in this position without them. Josh Wise, Scott Speed, my family for supporting me. It's been a long journey, but grateful to get this one today.
He's doing it for sure. Good time to be Connor Zillisch. Second career Xfinity win and his Cup debut tomorrow here at COTA.
All right, so there you go. You heard it from the winner. I want to thank everybody that tuned in today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The CW. Hope you guys got to watch on the CW app as well. We showed a little bit of here on our stream. Still testing it. Still seeing how we do with that. So thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow for the Cup race. And congratulations, Connor Zillisch. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for all the things that she does. She's out there. Love you. Have fun over on campus. We're going to head to Knoxville via the internet and hang out during the second half of the Tennessee-Alabama game. It looks like it's a really good one. Come hang out, watch me call the game. I do a really good job with it. Keep you guys informed. Hope you have fun. We're going to go over there. Please go over there with it. Hit that yes, I want to go watch the game, and hit the like for me as well. It helps with the algorithm. So we'll see you guys. Thanks for my mods. Thanks for my members. Thanks for all the ones that subscribed today. I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you. If you don't like Cup, you like it just Xfinity, we'll see you next weekend for at Phoenix, but we'll see you tomorrow for the Cup race. We'll see you in just a little bit. Give me time to just reset everything, and we'll be back on here in just a little bit. It's at halftime for the Tennessee-Alabama game. Peace.